This is something we do not like.
Oh, it is something I despise wholeheartedly. There we go. Characters. That's what I'm looking for. Okay, let's test this. Well, shit, that works. Woohoo! I like it when things are easy.
What did you do?
Oh, I made the mistake of not having a battle map ready for one of the possible encounters you guys are going to run into. So I just went on Google Maps and I was like, oh, okay, let's see what we got here. And I found one. And I'm like, oh, let's see how big I can make this. And then make sure that the characters actually fit in it. And lo and behold, they did perfectly. On my first try. That never happens because normally you have to adjust the map size and everything. But it looks like this was pre-mapped out.
Launch game.
It's nice when that happens. 20. Whoop. No, probably not what I was looking for.
All right, I'm in.
Da, 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 da. Okay. No, that was not the dimensions that I needed. Okay, so I want that. Buy that. So Lydia's going to be in and out because she's going to be doing some studying on top of playing.
I'm doing that too.
Oh, okay. So everybody's studying. Woo!
I'm
I
not
have some shit
studying.
to do. That's fun too.
Actually, 30, maybe. Oh, okay. Let's do.
Hello. Hey, Rip. What's up?
Actually,
We'll be playing some D&D soon. Gotta remember to unmute
Okay.
myself. Did anyone say they're not coming today?
Yes. So, well, I didn't hear from Rylek or Oust or Magnus, but he's in Australia, so he's not going to be able to make it. And then Reaper said he wasn't going to make it either. He had something to do. So yeah, it looks like it's going to be Morgak is going to be coming in about an hour, and then it's going to be you, Arissa, and David.
Okay.
Hello, what
Yeah.
me? I was
So-
listening, sorry.
We have at least 3 people, which isn't
Oh,
horrible.
okay. It could be far worse.
Yes.
After all, I'm on Half-Life here.
Oh yeah, the whole healing bits. Yeah, you're probably going to want that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do that, and that, and that, and this for now. Hopefully Morgak shows up by then, but we shall see.
I just noticed Magnus's character picture.
Did I miss something?
No, it's what's her face? What's her name? I'd never noticed that. What's her name? Oh, she's in Harry Potter.
If I was more familiar with Harry Potter, I could tell you.
Crap.
Or is that Emma Watson? No.
Yeah, Emma Watson. Yeah. His character picture is just straight up Emma Watson.
Well, okay. I didn't recognize at first.
Yeah, I don't know how I recognize her right away because she's got that really short hair, but
And then what do I want? Be super awesome if they actually gave me some decent free minis to use, but hey.
Ow.
Well, that works.
Lola, let's not bark, okay?
But she wants to.
She's growling.
Oh.
She's doing a lot better, but
How do I color coordinate? So I can just use the same mini, just different color. Damn it. Aura? Maybe? No, not aura. Tint color, there we go. Haha. Let's do ridiculously bright purple.
Bright as purple.
Bright purple. Oh, there we go. That's actually a really good one. I like that one. Boop. Actually, I probably won't do purple. That's kind of... Let's do yellow, so at least they stand... No, okay, that's worse. Do blue? Did that stand out at least? Okay.
Oh, you're streaming.
Yes, sir.
I'm streaming too.
Interesting.
So he's doing the character side and I'm doing
Yeah,
the
on
DM
Twitch.
side.
I see. Pretty nice.
Hey, wait a second. You're seeing everything I'm doing?
Didn't
You
think,
stream, right?
didn't think
I
that
didn't
went
see
through,
that.
did you?
No, I didn't.
I'm searching.
Oh, spoiler alert.
Yeah.
No, I didn't see the smacks. I only saw the Desertus.
Okay, because I clicked right out of it as soon as I figured that out. I was like, oh shit. You're not supposed to see this.
Yeah.
Man, I really wanted to see that.
It's like this, like he's got like infinity gems ish, all sorted.
Oh, wait. I didn't say. I did not watch Infinity War. Please do not spoil. Please.
I won't.
No, I already ruined it with one line, but it wasn't like a major
Okay,
spoiler.
I'll write it up.
But yeah, I'll keep my mouth shut.
It's too easy to spoil. There's so much in it.
Yeah.
I'll stop talking about it though.
My friend was a jerk. He spoiled it on me. Oh yeah, if you do that, David, like make sure you don't watch Zeratus' stream because now all of his people are gonna be like.
No, I only have one person here right now.
Yeah.
That's me.
Oh, okay. 64. All right. I just got to get these.
What's your
stats up.
Twitch name?
I think I forgot my account.
Oh, it's all good.
Oh, I gotta
Yeah,
give
the
these
anonymous.
numbers to,
My viewer list never updates correctly anyway. Every time I click on it, it's like, yes, Lil Rip, the best person, is here. Lil Ripper. Yeah, no JK. Kappa HD question mark. That's right, I got that Twitch Prime, yo.
Ching ching.
I only have Twitch Prime by accident. Because you have Twitch Prime as long as you have Amazon Prime, right?
Yes, I believe that's how it works.
I accidentally purchased a year of Amazon Prime.
I'll be back in 5 minutes.
Okay.
Yes. Well, accidentally.
Well, so I got the free month or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I didn't tell it to stop.
rolls over.
Yeah, and it rolled over a year's worth.
That.
I was like, holy shit.
That's how they get you, man. They're just like, oh, free trial. But what they don't do is they don't cancel it after the free trial. They just like roll it over. It's real piss
Well,
off.
Olivia and I have done the math, and we've actually saved in shipping costs what the yearly thing was.
Oh,
But the
'cause
only
you buy so often from them.
well, we never used to, but like we were like, what the hell? We have this free shipping. Why don't we just buy off Amazon?
Mm-hmm.
So we like have boxes coming to our house like at least once or twice a month.
Wow.
Yeah. Like she bought a shelf the other day. Just straight up bought a shelf. The shipping costs were like supposed to be like $20 or something, but they were free. I was like, well,
Yeah.
I think that's like a third or a quarter of the cost in one shipment. And then Amazon's Prime's like, sorry, we won't be able to do next day delivery on this, but shipping is free. We're like, we don't care. Like, damn.
It's fine. Everything's fine.
Yeah.
We're cool with this.
Oh, Rip, if you go onto my donation page, I've set up the wish list thing. I finally got it sorted. I have so many Pokemon plushies on there. I have like equipment, Pokemon plushies, and then games on Steam. And if somebody buys one outright, the message will say like someone bought this for you, I think. Yeah, but I picked some things that I don't think anyone would buy for me, so it's okay.
No one's gonna buy you anything.
Have you heard of Fantasy Grounds?
I've heard of that.
On Steam. They have a D&D package, but it's ridiculously expensive. Not that I think anyone would buy it for me, but it's $361.
Dear God.
So
Just get
I would buy a
tabletops,
computer
man.
with that money.
Download mods. Trust me, man. Tabletop Sin and D&D would be like beautiful. The only reason I use Roll20 is because it's so intuitive and I'm used to it as a system now.
Well,
It's
yeah. Fantasy
But
Grounds
effectively
is
fine.
like a mix of those, I think. It's like
Yeah.
Roll20 meets Tabletop Sim.
Oh wait, yeah, I think I've heard of that.
All right,
it's a little more well versed.
yeah. All right, so here we go. Fantasy Grounds. Then you get D&D Complete Core Class Pack, Core Monster Pack, Dungeon Master Guide. You get the adventures: Lost Mine of Phandelver, Horde of the Dragon Queen, Rise of Tiamat, Prince of the Apocalypse, Rage of Demons, Curse of Strahd, Sword Coast Adventures Guide, Elemental Evil, Volos.
Jesus, you get everything.
Pretty much. But it costs a shit ton of money.
Yeah.
Which is nice, but I know I would never buy that for myself.
That is insane.
Even if
like,
I
I'm looking
saved.
at it now. I'm just looking at the base game. It's $43.99.
I know.
Holy
There must be other way around.
Jesus. It looks like they provide you all the artwork and the maps and everything. Like, if you want to do like your own sort of homebrew, you could do that.
Mm-hmm.
But I bought what do they call it? I didn't kickstart it, but it's a game that's very similar. They actually have like turn-based. Divinity Original Sin 2. Yes. So I ended up getting that, and I played a little bit of the campaign, just like the intro and chapter 1. And you can do pretty much anything you want, really. And it's nice open world. And on top of that, they have the DM version of this, where you can just like create your own map, create your own instances. And it's funny because they actually got what's his name to do like his own little homebrew campaign with using the engine
Right.
and the game stuff. Oh crap! The guy who does why am I such a horrible person? Matt Mercer. There. That they got Matt Mercer to try out their DM side of the game, and
Matt
he did
Mercer.
really well. And he had some of his friends from that original group play with him, and it was actually pretty funny. They had like a dwarf, and he was trying to befriend like all the animals.
Yes.
And he was really playing up his voice. He's like, "Oh, it's a little chicken. Who's a good chicken? You will be my friend forever." And then the chicken gets eaten by the cat.
It sounds like you're
he's
being
like,
rushed.
"No, not chicky."
Wow.
It was good stuff. If you ever get a chance, you should watch it because it's. I think it's like an hour and a half long or 2 hours, but it's worth it because like they keep you entertained throughout the whole thing.
Cool.
Mm-hmm. Not that I'm saying I'll ever be a Matt Mercer, but I can dream. I can dream.
One day I'll be a Matt Mercer.
He needs to like have a school, a D&D school online with him. People pay so much damn money.
D&D workshop on YouTube Red or whatever
Exactly, with Matt Mercer. But that
Yeah.
guy's so friggin' busy doing his other stuff. He just doesn't have time anymore.
it is. Yeah. He'll probably
He
do
used
that
to
like
those-
10 years from now.
Yeah, he used to do those video tutorials until another DM took over because he's too busy with his campaigns to do any of that stuff anymore, but I got a lot of good ideas from him.
Hello.
Oh.
Holy shit.
You're eating that mic, aren't you?
She probably put it on an enchanted 20 or 30 decibels.
Yeah, at least.
I tried that once.
I was chewing some gum and then
And then swallowed it. Yeah. I get that sometimes.
Well, I can't swallow my laptop.
Wow, that's impressive.
I said I can't.
Oh, it's not.
That's
an apple.
impressive.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah,
what's
that is-
going on?
I would go for Guinness if I could.
So Lydia, are you okay to start? Because we have 3 people now at least. If you're good
For now.
for now, okay.
Yeah, if I leave, I leave. I mean,
That's all right. I'll just pretend you ran off with your sister to go make out with some boys and then steal money from them. You know, it's what you do.
Great.
hey, I
Some
never
money for the
stole
bank.
money from people.
Okay, your sister will. You'll discourage it
Why
a
not?
little, but then go along with the plan.
Why not?
It's called chaotic good, okay?
Okay.
Steal stuff. I'm gonna have her. Well, let me rephrase that. Force her to give it to the orphanage.
There you go.
See, that's a good way. Steal
Or
from the
she could-
poor and give back to the poor. It's a good way. to
Or
do it.
steal from the poor and give it to the rich.
There you go.
Yeah, David, you don't need any more money. You've got enough.
Man, I don't have. I have planned to do. You know, the 15,000 gold.
Okay, well, now that we have at least 3 people, I want you to go ahead and do the roll that you're gonna do.
Oh wait, I'm not prepared. I'm not prepared.
Not
I have to be
prepared.
mental.
Oh shit.
Okay, prepare mentally for your roll so we can take care of this here.
Alrighty.
So I'm
minutes,
just gonna
just-
fill in Zeratus's group if there's anyone watching his stream right now. David here has a bank that he ended up opening after the last campaign chapter that we did.
That would be the
And-
greatest investment in the whole fucking world. You there, Twitch chat viewers,
It's
have
the
a chance
only
to
bank in the entire
Kickstarter
world.
fund this. You people, the Twitch chat viewers, have the opportunity to fund this on Kickstarter. I will open up the campaign, and if I buy a new computer, I promise the bank will be named by your, I don't know, your pets.
Don't trust him. He has a few noggins loose.
Yeah,
She
that...
betrayed us.
Well, my
In
my
the
one
last
my,
campaign.
my one viewer
Not that
has to go to work. So. All right, bye, Rip. Have a good day at work.
You've
Yeah, the
lost them
idea.
already, man. You've lost them already.
Spread the idea.
Yeah, spread the idea at your work.
Yes. Okay.
It doesn't color pencils. Dang it!
Can I edit this at all? Oh wait, no, this is week. Hold on. That's not what I wanted. Okay, we're gonna be on week. Open. There we go. That's better. All
All
right.
right, we're ready to play though, right?
Yes, we're ready to play now.
All right, I just made a Terraria character in the time we were.
Cool. All right. So
Let's do this.
we're gonna do the standard costs to your employees, security, and maintenance. And now I'm gonna get you to roll
They all
a d20.
die.
They're
Sure.
all dead.
Alright.
Everything burned down. Yay!
Go and make new characters that start out level 20.
Don't roll
Alright,
a crit
Iron
one because you
Jesus.
get a TPK. Just saying.
Marissa, did you say we're chaotic good? Hello?
Yes, I am.
Oh, high five.
Though I do tend to be more just chaotic in general.
Yeah, I kind of feel like I don't lean
God.
towards the good side often.
Oh
Damn it.
shit!
Dang, son.
That could have been better.
Listen, I'll roll one for you, okay? There you go.
Assist.
Assist.
My hand slipped. It's random chance. Nice.
No, it is not.
Oh
I have
man,
a way to roll it.
Virtual dice don't slip.
they
can
could.
if I do it. No, I rolled it in the reality, then I imploded.
Imploded them.
Applied it in the game. I'll do it again.
How many spell slots
This
do we
was
have?
not the-
4.
Okay.
My life is sad.
Your life is.
No, I'm dead serious.
Am I doing
And
this
that
right?
little joy in my
shit.
life is ruined.
I'm not doing this right. Hold on, I gotta fix this. So I want damn it. D3. There we go. That's what I was doing wrong. Okay, I got this figured out now. Alright, so this is basically what we wanted here. Why? No, that's not right. What? That makes no sense.
Number 2.
How does that net worth after tax? Oh.
Taxes do not apply if you cheat on the values. Artie would do that.
Values. No.
Yeah, he has people in the court. Probably. They enjoy his carnal pleasures or whatever.
Carnal pleasures.
Carnal
Alright.
AF.
Wait, that doesn't make any sense. Oh, that's what I was doing. I should have did after tax there and then gross there and whatever.
Listen,
Anyway,
my
tell
strong
me what
and
you do.
charismatic lizard man wants to do stuff. He's just not bright, okay?
Lizard Man is charismatic.
I'm charismatic and strong, but my intelligence is below average.
Could be worse. Yeah. Alright. Okay, so for week 3, you've made a gross profit of negative 345 gold.
Oh. That's
Not
not
as bad
bad.
as the first week, though. The first week was negative 495, so...
Did you just roll an even worse?
Yes.
Did
Oh
he?
man.
Let's not tempt fate more than we already have, man.
You think?
You think? No, yes, I do think.
Too bad it doesn't matter.
No. Stupid thing. Okay. All right. So after tax, when you get taxed by the king, it's negative 414. So
Listen, does the
take
king like come himself to deal with this?
No, it's just tax collectors that do this.
All right. Well, I'm pretty sure what he should do
All right.
is get one on like under his payroll, you know?
Yeah.
That's what he needs to work on. He needs to like hire someone from afar to rather charm or intimidate the shit out of one of these
Wait a
tax
second.
collectors.
Hivsham, didn't you say you hired an accountant?
Of course I did. I would do that before I went to the journey.
Okay. So
Wrong answer. You're going to be charged more.
what I'll do, just because I want to be nice, is week 4, the accountant has arrived. Your employee costs went up 25 gold for the week. Actually, I'll be nice. I'll say 20 gold because
I'll be nice.
it's
Let it be
5 gold.
25.
So your security is going to be the same. You got the mercenaries that you're using. Maintenance, same. Okay, now I want you to roll for the week 4.
How
Again.
long have these mercenaries been working at this bank?
So far 3 weeks.
Oh, that's nothing.
No.
I was
bank
gonna
hasn't
say
been open that
they'll
long.
get tired. They'll get tired and ask for more money, but that'll
Let's
be like,
repeat the last one.
Oh my
gotta be
God.
kidding me right now, man.
I
Jeez.
said my hand slipped.
Oh, the profit on this bank is just dropping hard. Okay. Puntators. Okay, no. Hivsham, you hired an accountant, right?
You probably
So-
robbed me, right?
I'm gonna put a note on here. Accountant now gives +2 to your roll. Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
Smexy's is nice.
Thank you, man.
Because you're spending the money to improve your business. So I made a note here for myself for later. So anytime you like hire additional people, it increases your chance of getting a better roll. So do a 1d20 +2 and see what you get.
Well, hold on. He should also have a mercenary roll where if he rolls a nat 20, the tax collectors don't come that week. But only a nat
Alright.
20.
Yeah. Nat
Come on.
20 equals no taxes for the week.
Jesus Christ!
Yeah, no.
Okay, let's forget about this. I did not
Jesus,
hire
man.
the...
His hand slipped, okay? Give him advantage.
I am trying here.
Yes.
I really am.
Okay, never mind. Forget about this. I did not hire the...
No. You
I
need to
rolled
hi-
6, and it's all
You
good.
need to hire
No,
somebody who gives you advantage on these rolls.
It happens. Never mind. We'll still roll 2 natural ones.
I tried. I really did.
Never mind.
We all tried.
Returning to the 6. Everything retcon this.
It's
Well-
because you're so far away, man.
And Arthur is running the business.
No. What he doesn't know is there's like a courtesan, and she's just kind of like, you know, she's coming by every day, messing up the business. The mercenaries don't care because she's kind of pretty, you know.
Yeah.
God, what did I just join into?
Oh,
I
Oh my
like-
god, Hifsham rolled horribly on his freaking bank upkeep.
The next thing you'll hear is gunshot here.
Jump out the window.
I'm really hoping
Just
you're
kidding.
robbing another bank, not doing something else.
Really, really suck at rolling then, huh?
yeah.
Yeah.
If that
he
was the
does.
only thing I suck at, I would be the happiest person ever.
Okay. Now we got to do the third week because it's been 2 weeks of travel that you guys did,
Oh,
plus
no.
the week that you missed David. So
Don't do that to me, man, please.
Go there.
I have to. It's been 3 weeks.
Come on. Believe in the heart of the
Come on.
cards. Dungeon. What was the dice thing? Dungeon.
Plus 2.
That's 11.
Yeah. So 11. Okay.
Or unless you're letting him try to re-roll again.
No. I'm fine.
This is the best you've rolled.
This is the best roll he's made all so far.
I am completely fine.
I am good with this.
This is why I didn't invest.
Yeah, I kept my money. I'll
Your-
make my own little town and... Oh, shit. So
But the changes will come after this current game. When I send the letter.
to the Pope.
Yeah.
We need
In
money.
Avinon.
Dear Pope of Adnil.
No.
Is there a Pope of Adnil?
Satan.
There is
I
now.
don't know. There could be. I'm not gonna say no to that. Okay, so Hivsham
Notes for next session. Create Pope.
or David, we're gonna say that you broke even.
There
Okay.
you go.
Man, you're too generous.
Because of the rolls you did the last 2 weeks, it's just like, it hurts. It hurts my heart to see that. So currently, the week 1 you had 5,000 gold. Week 6 you now have 3,694.
Maybe you shouldn't have opened that bank.
One day I'll get rich.
Does he get this like by mail? Like a little bird drops it off or something, like a little piece of paper?
There is a post office
Okay.
in Davenport, so we're gonna say like his character will get the information from them when he checks his mail. Just
In
out
the
of
meantime.
character, this is in the meantime, you're gonna play this out as like, great, I'm losing so much money right now. What the hell's going on?
Yeah, but I would not know that, right? Because no
Not yet.
message would ever.
No, yeah,
Yeah.
It scares
Better
me.
you
since
run
nobody
over
knows
when
where
I
we're
get the
going.
message.
exactly. Yeah. All right, so we're gonna say that was taken care of. Oof. That was bad. Okay, so let's begin, shall we?
Let's do this.
You guys are currently in Davenport, or should I say the port of Davenport. You will.
Achilles.
Yes, exactly. Right now it's dawn, so the ship is pulled into the port. It's very early in the morning. There is hustle and bustle of the typical people that you would see at a port. So fishermen going out to sea, getting their stuff done, their fishing.
It's the
Finished.
mayor that runs the town named Davenport, and he's a gnome.
He could be. You never know. But this is a Elvish city.
This is on your
So-
to-do list.
Yes, this is on my to-do list.
Find mayor.
Side quest.
Speak with
So-
mayor.
So you guys end up going up from the docks onto the busy streets of the city, and you see a bunch of merchants selling their wares and alcohol. You see fresh breads and pastries being sold by a young elvish girl. You see a portly man off to the side selling his alcohol. You see merchants selling various books and scrolls. One gentleman is wearing a feathered cap. He is playing a lute and encouraging people to come check out his collection of music scrolls that he's trying to sell to the populace, teach people music and the magic of bards.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, just
you
one
also
thing before
see-
that.
Yeah, you see signs for potions and herb apothecary. You see a sickle and a hammer sign. So it looks like there's an armor smith, a weaponsmith around. You also see. You also see like a shady gentleman kind of like slinking in the alley, trying to like beckon forth a couple of ne'er-do-wells and people
Hey, you
just
wanna
to try
pass
and
us
sell
some
them some
sundials?
wares that are probably less than legal in that area. So yeah.
Cool.
hmm
Oh, what?
Miles?
I recommend potions.
One second. Can I talk to?
This is not RuneScape, sir.
I meant the World of Warcraft. Can I talk to the Zester Quibix before we go from
Yeah,
the ship?
so as you guys continue on, you do see Zesser Quibig's shop. It's got a picture of a griffin on the sign there, so you could
Cool.
head in there if you'd like.
Yeah, I will talk to him before he departs out.
Okay. Sorry, I just gotta find the thing here.
Would you say that
So-
this is a quiet town?
No, it's actually quite a busy town. It's almost like a city of sorts. It seems to be the main port for pretty much everything that they receive into the Elvish Empire.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so quite busy. I'm just going to go ahead and stop that. So you enter into Zasser Quibig's little shop, and you can see a variety of cages with blankets, large tarps over top of them, and you hear like some strange sounds coming from quite a few of them. You're not exactly sure what's underneath the tarp. But as you come into the building, the door does a little jingle, and it alerts Zasser. So he comes around the counter and greets you guys. Oh, hello there,
Oh
friends.
my gosh. Idea. I'll wait after this.
Hey, Mr. Quibix, I have a few questions to ask you.
Yes.
As I know you are proficient in certain arcane arts and sciences before them, so
Yes,
so
I'm quite familiar
you
with
would
that.
appear
Yes.
to know stuff about the interplanar realms and connection of people to them.
In interplanar realms. It's possible. What realm are you speaking of?
Well, I'm not certain myself yet, but I would have to ask you a certain favor, if possible.
Yeah, what's that?
I'm in certain business of developing a revolutionary project that might change this world, but I would need the extensive knowledge of the arcane arts. So, if you would be eager to help me in a few years or months if I'm lucky. When I get the necessary funds, I might call you to aid me in the project.
Oh, I don't see a problem with that. I'm always looking for new projects to start. Yes, that sounds
Great.
exciting.
Sure. Yeah, and I would like to ask you if you know of any items that might be useful for messaging in the longer distances.
Oh, sure. Well, that's perfectly simple. There's a post office nearby. Yes, it's called the ACS, the Arcane Courier Services. They have plenty of mail that they could help you send. Yes.
Interesting. But are there any, not temporary, but permanent solutions for that, like magical items, some spells that I might utilize?
Oh, well, you could probably check the post office. They might have some things for sale that you might be able to use there.
That is good to know. My thanks to you, sir.
Yeah, sure. Most welcome. Yes. Come back anytime.
I will be sure to. Farewell.
Take care. Yes, bye.
Morgak's
And-
gonna walk up to him.
Okay.
You deal with curses.
Oh, not too often. I'm a little rusty in that. Are you talking about the axe that you've been trying to deal with there?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, unfortunately, there's not exactly much I could really do. However, I do know there is a dwarf who works at the local weaponsmith. He specializes in magical items, specifically weapons. So he might be able to help you with it there.
Dwarves. What's his name?
His name is oh dear me, Stone Beard or something ridiculous like that. Typical dwarfish name. They just have to put some sort of masonry accoutrement in their name somehow. I don't know why they do this.
Makes sense. They like stones.
Yes, they love their rocks, the weirdos.
Thanks. And Morgak's gonna leave.
Okay.
All right. Zeratos. During like all this, I want to like try to peek under one of these like hooded cages, if that's okay.
That is fine. I'm gonna move you over to here. So it's a completely
Dark.
I made it completely black. So I want you to tell me specifically where you're going to peek, because there are 1, 2,
God.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cages with tarps over them.
Where's
So
the-
just give me like that one there. Okay.
No, that wasn't me.
No. That was me. My bad.
Oh, okay.
Hold on.
yeah.
I forgot how to ping.
You gotta hold down the left click.
Oh, just hold left click. All right. I'll go here.
Sorry, I didn't see that.
It's not working. Hold on.
Did you keep the mouse still while you're pinging?
No, there.
I was
okay.
in pan. I was in pan.
So you look into the cage. It's a little smaller. Well, it's quite smaller than most cages are in this area. But you reveal this. It seems to be a small creature with wings and red fur. It looks like a fox, but it looks like it's got wings on its back, and it just kind of like stares up you intently and just kind of like starts licking its paw.
Oh my god. So Zeratos is gonna do like a little flashback. There were like lots of foxes back where he used to live when he was younger,
Mhm.
and a lot of wild dogs as well. And he remembers like good time, like the only good times like in his past were like pretty much with rather his sister or like playing with the wildlife. So when he sees this little guy, he'll like kind of like put his hand out a little bit, the same way he would have back in the day. Hey, little
Roll
guy.
handle animal and see if you can
Oh god.
coax him.
I don't think handle animals. Oh god. The music. Why is the music so loud?
Instantly muted.
How do I turn that down? Oh. Oh.
Yeah, it's the rhyme. You just turn it down.
Holy shit.
User volume.
I did it. Oh my god. My ears. Okay. Animal handling, go!
Damn, son.
Oh shit!
Yes! It's because I gave you that rousing, like, background speech.
Yes, exactly. So you stick out your hand, and he kind of like sniffs it a bit, and he kind of like turns his head into your hand and like is rubbing it so you can like scratch his ear.
Oh, I totally do that.
Okay.
I'll even bring in my other hand and like give him like something I know foxes like. Although it's weird that he's got the hawk. He's got feathers as well.
Yeah. So, is it food you're giving him, or?
I will give him like if I even have an Oreo left, because I know I like them a lot.
Yeah. We'll say that you have like one left.
All right,
you
I'll give him the.
that, and
I'll break
like-
it in half and I'll give him one half.
Yeah. So he kind of like licks it a little, and then he just like grabs it with his claw and just kind of throws it in his mouth and starts chomping on it delightfully. It's like cooing a little.
Oh.
Zar comes over and he notices that you. He's like,
Oh, looks like he's taking a shining to you there, young man.
Excuse me, sir. What does that fox say?
What? What to say? He doesn't speak.
Of course he doesn't.
So without looking up, I'm just gonna say, how much?
Oh, well, for you, young man, I can give it to you for 150 gold.
I'll like fumble for it and then like, hold on, let's see 1 second. I'm gonna roll intelligence to see if I give him like more.
fair.
Yeah, I'll give him like 200 gold.
200 gold. Okay.
And I'll just say, and then if he says anything's wrong with that, I'll say just keep it.
Yeah. So he looks at us like
That's a little bit much. Ah, it's only 150.
It's fine, it's worth it.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go, young man. That's
and he just kind of like tries to lift up the cage, but he's just so small and frail. He's just like,
I think you can handle that.
he just lets you take
Yeah,
over.
yeah. So, I'm going
So,
to.
how are you gonna name it?
I'll get back to that. I'm gonna work on like a perfect name. I'm gonna give him a true lizard man name.
Wilfred.
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 Wilfred the Hawk Fox.
Mr.
Yeah.
Tips.
I should be
Mr.
namer.
Tips. Yeah.
Lil Zeratos.
You guys interested in looking under any of the...
Oh,
I'll try it.
ZT.
Okay.
ZT.
That one? Alright.
Yep.
So
I want
as
to
you
challenge the bard to a dance-off.
as you approach that cage, I want you to make a reflex save, please.
Boy. Let me just...
Allies and organizations. Hawk Fox.
What would be the...
Oh,
What
sorry,
would be
not
the
reflex.
reflex
Dex saving throw. Dex saving throw. I'm so used to playing Pathfinder. I was just like, wait, there's no reflex saves in this. Okay, so you approach literally the second largest cage
I
in
know.
this room, and you kind of peek under it, and you see some kind of like something slither very quickly towards the cage and slam into it. And you jump back.
Yeah, but I have dark vision. Does that help?
Dark vision.
Yeah.
You see a giant monstrosity form behind the tarp before it slams into the cage, and you can hear it like clawing and hissing. And as you do that, Zasser comes up very quickly to you. He's like, "Do not piss him off. He hasn't
And-
eaten yet."
And he is...
Yes, I'll show you what I have in my inventory, and maybe you'll understand why I keep them in cages. Yes.
So he goes back around his counter and he grabs this little well, not little, he grabs this sort of like it looks like inventory or a control book, inventory control. He opens it up and flips through the pages, and it looks like it's been kind of like hodgepodge together with like glue and tape and, well, not tape, but you know, glue and parchment and little notes written and scribbled all over. And it looks like he's sketched all the animals and specimens that he's found in his travels. So he comes over to you and he shows you a picture of what was behind that, and that's what it looks like.
Ooh, Hydralisk.
He's like, yes, I found it. It was the only one of its kind. I seem to have run into it in interdimensional plane hopping when I accidentally mixed 2 potions together. I opened up a portal. It's very fascinating. I wasn't able to do it again, but this thing popped through the portal. Thankfully, I had my cap on, so it wasn't able to kill me. And he kind of like adjusts like his little wizard hat. He's like, this thing protects me from any sort of physical damage. You know, I tend to slip and fall a lot, so it really helps me. It just forms like this nice little foam bubble around me. It's very comfortable.
Jesus.
Smells like cherries. I love cherries. Yes, but yes, I managed to trap this animal, and I've been keeping him in a cage ever since to study his movements and his attitude. And trust me, it hasn't improved since I've met him. I name him Jerry, but he doesn't like that.
I
It's
see.
George.
I would scratch my beard, look upwards, and like wait for a second, then say something like, "Maybe we can beat him into submission."
And as you say that, I want you to make another dexterity saving throw. Actually, everybody make a dex saving throw.
Great.
I'm good.
Yeah.
I'm good.
Yeah.
Woo, dangerous ants.
Zester might do that too.
Oh, Zasser has his little cap on. He'll be fine. And okay, so as you say that, you hear like a rattling and a hiss come from the cage, and 3 what looks like sharp, pointy objects shoot through the tarp and lodge themselves deep into the side of the wall on the other side.
Holy.
It just shot something out and just fired it into the wall, and it narrowly missed all of you. He's like, yes, he can understand common quite well too. Be careful what you say.
Okay, so I would use my ability to mentally communicate with him and say to him something like, "Write your name, I can read it."
He's not wrong.
He's
All
probably
right.
gonna say,
So, you hear like some sort of harking coming from behind the tarp, and it spits onto the ground just below the cage, and it burns a hole right through the floor into what looks like to be a cellar below. It leaves like maybe a foot or 2 feet diameter hole burned through the wood. He's like, and then Zasser comes up to him. He's like, please don't encourage him.
Perhaps. What does it say?
It says die.
says Fox.
Come on, man, I'm trying to help you. You made some braids if you follow us. Maybe.
Roll for persuasion.
Okay, if I didn't get the bank, I might get this.
No, you don't manage to convince it anything. It just stays silent. And it sounds like it slithered into the back of its cage.
Well, whatever you want, man. But one day you might regret this.
Be right back.
Threatening a hydralisk is probably not a good idea.
For the swarm.
Pretty much. You guys interested in checking any of the other cages out?
I'm good so far.
Okay.
You said this is the second biggest cage, right?
Second biggest, yes.
Morgak's gonna look at the biggest cage.
So in the biggest cage, as you approach, roll for perception. Okay. So as you approach, you smell the scent of very strong sulfur. And when you
God damn
get
it,
close to
Fortnite,
the
do you have
cages,
to?
it feels like there's heat emanating from the tarp.
Oh, nothing.
Yeah, you're not sure what it is. But you can hear some loud snoring coming from the cage as well.
We're actually gonna look behind the tarp.
All right. Are you just gonna flip it open, or are you just kind of like peek?
Just peek in.
He's peeking. Okay. So you see this curled up into the corner of the cage, snoring loudly.
The brother of Finnbjorn.
Just a giant flaming bear.
Yep. Giant flaming grizzly bear.
Flare.
Is it? You said it's asleep.
It's asleep right
So
now.
like every time it's like, does like little flames come out its nose?
Yeah. It shoots embers from its nose every
Great.
time it takes a snore.
Love that. Okay.
Mr. Quipix, what does this flare do?
Flare?
Flaming bear.
Oh, flaming bear. Ha, good one. He walks up. He's like, "This one was one of the hottest ones to catch. Thankfully, I only lost 5 men to this one, as opposed to the Hydralisk where I lost this. What's higher than 20? Anyway."
7.
he nods in agreement. Yes, 7. 7 is higher than 20. Anyway, yes. Well, this young man, we found him as a cub. His mother wasn't too happy, but she was mortally wounded in a fight with a water elemental. Unfortunately, she didn't make it. So I adopted this one, and he's grown up to be quite large, but he's very sweet. You will need to be wearing mittens when you pet him, though. I think that's obvious, but yes, he's a very tame individual. He comes with me on some of my adventures to help me find other specimens. I've kind of run low on bodyguards as of late, so it kind of helps to have a giant flaming bear next to you.
I would gladly, but after the experience with that guy over there, nah, thanks.
Oh, shit. Well, since you're so interested in seeing my specimens, I might as well show you the rest of them. Here, come. So he leads you guys over to the cage that was next to the Hawk Fox, and it's slightly larger. And he's like, "This one I found in the jungles of the Elvish Empire here. He's a very nice man, but you got to be careful though. He shoots poisonous barbs from his leaves, so be very cautious." And he just kind of like grabs the tarp and yanks it down really hard. And behind the tarp is a cage filled with sort of like jungle terrain. It's got like a bowl of water in the corner, and it's got dirt and soil all around, and tropical trees. And it looks like there's like this floating orb up in the right hand side of the cage that seems to be emanating a faint light, but mostly heat. So he reveals this behind the cage. He's like, "I have to keep that orb up there to make sure he's well taken care of. These things are cold-blooded. I call it a Fern Lizard."
He looks like...
Mm.
Why do I see a crucified monkey?
It's not
Dang.
No, really, look at this.
not quite.
I can see what you mean, but yeah.
Yeah.
Something like this.
Oh, okay. But yeah, it just kind of like twitches its head and just kind of like walks around and sits down on the ground watching you guys and just staring at you. It's like, "I wouldn't get too close. It's very territorial. The way you can tell is it furls out its side feathers and just kind of like shakes them and hisses. If you get too close, he will attack. So, yes. Also, I think it's because it's in heat. I could be wrong, but yes, I have to find it a female soon. Otherwise, it's just gonna get worse, unfortunately."
It is mating season for most reptiles.
Yes.
You would know.
Wow.
And he goes over to the next cage, which is probably the third largest cage in the entire store.
It does
He's
not
like,
look
"This
like a beach dragon.
This one, I can't exactly tell you where I know where I found it. I found it
deep in the ocean as I was doing my travels to and from the human kingdom. It seems to be some sort of tentacly sort of monster. I've tried to use its mucus to create some of my potions to no avail, experimenting on the local plants and animals did not go well. Unfortunately, it seems to have poisoned them. But I would not touch this animal. It is very dangerous. And he just kind of like reveals it, and it shows this hulking mass of like tentacles. There's no real discernible eyes that you can see, and it's kind of like sitting in the corner and kind of like grasping at something. You can't see what it is, but it looks like it's sucking it into its tentacly maw and just kind of like slurping.
Does it eat like a starfish?
He looks like that one that attacked
Oh.
us while we were sleeping.
So I'm not
Sorry.
entirely sure what it is, but I can tell you one thing. This thing has very large amount of psychic abilities. It tries to communicate with you in your sleep, actually. It doesn't say anything. It doesn't do much of anything except sit and eat. So you project that, and it just kind of like turns its head slightly and just makes like this grumbling sound, like you're not sure what it means.
I would just turn around.
Yeah. And then Zasser takes you to one of the last cages here, and it's actually quite large in size. It's not really a cage. He just points out that it's like it's a wooden shack with a lock on it, and it's got a viewing window in the top center of the door. And he goes around and takes this like little step ladder, and he walks up to the door, puts a step ladder down, walks up to the door, and then unlatches the window. And he's like, "These I found off in the deep in the forest. They're actually quite popular. They pollinate the local trees and forests and such. So these things are about the size of a kitten, actually, is when they're fully grown, and they create very delicious honey. Actually, I use it as part of my business. I actually have some jars over there if you'd like to purchase some. But yes, I call them fuzzy
Kittens.
buzzies. It's so adorable, don't you think? And you view through the window and you see like 4 of them just kind of like swarming around this like giant honeycomb sort of like wall, and they're just like buzzing around happily, just kind of like creating honey and stuff in the shack there.
I'm going to make my character a Beastmaster.
A
Tiny
bee
dragon,
is
tiny-
master.
Beesmaster. Punny. So punny.
I have a dragon. What am I then?
Mother of dragons.
Mother of dragons, yeah, there you go. And then he takes you guys to a pit now that's covered in chains, and it looks like it's a vault of some kind into the ground. And he says, like, these are nocturnal creatures. Typically, I can't let anyone view them because they are very hostile. I've lost many good people to finding these specific specimens, but you can also find them in the swamps area and the forest nearby. But yes, they seem to communicate through psychic links with each other. They have a hive mind, and they are able to mutate and change to their surroundings. So the ones that I have now aren't the same as the ones that I captured before. They seem to be able to see in dark vision and see in low light conditions. So they basically adapted to their surroundings. And he just kind of like shows you from the book 2 specimens that he has found before. So one of them is the blue one there. It's called the Might Serum. Those ones are the ones that are the nocturnal ones that can see in the dark. And then the Wing Serum are the ones that, well, obviously fly. Those are the ones that go out. They're more like recons and scouts, is what he reads from the book.
and there's also the queen. And he goes to reveal. It's almost the size of the Hydralisk cage, but it's solid steel. So he goes to remove the tarp, and he looks in, and his face just kind of goes white.
His face goes white?
His face goes white, like he just saw a ghost. He's like, oh no. And he looks back at you. He's like, excuse me for a moment. And he just like skitters into the back around the other.
Peek underneath the tarp.
Yeah. So he peeked underneath the tarp and he just ran into the back.
Oh, I'm saying Morgak's gonna go look under the tarp.
Okay, so under the tarp you see sort of like a it's like I said, a solid steel cage. But in the center, there's like a viewing window. Through the viewing window, you see a giant hole in the rear of the cage. And there's actually like through that hole, you can see like forest. So it looked like it broke right through the cage, through the wooden wall, and has escaped.
Man, you made the wooden wall.
Turn back
such
to the
a
group
creature.
and just say, I think this guy's gonna want us to find this thing, probably.
I have business to do first.
Okay, so he immediately runs back, and he's holding what looks like to be some sort of weird-looking collar. He's like, please, any of you possibly help me retrieve the queen by any chance? If she doesn't come back, these things are going to be they're going to be pissed, to say the least, and they're going to try and escape from the cages.
They'll know that Vine with the guy does like a peace sign and vanishes.
Mhm.
Yeah, I know. Like the Squidward from the SpongeBob.
So he holds up like this collar, and his hands are like shaking a little. And he's like, "Please, just take this if you can find him, her, whatever. Just take this here, and I'll show you how it works. Look in the center."
That's exactly
And-
what my character's doing.
Yeah.
It's just peace sign and
Peacing out.
He just points to the center, and you see like this diamond-shaped red gem that's just kind of like pulsating this like red glow. And he's like, "This is what you use to trap it. All you have to do is weaken it enough so it doesn't try to escape, and throw this like a frisbee at the animal. It will suck it into the collar, and then it will keep her trapped. It's an experimental magical collar that I've been working on. I've only got about a few of these right now, but fortunately I have one working prototype at the moment. Please just take this, and if you can find her, bring her back to me."
Alright,
And she's
3
just kinda-
questions.
yeah.
First one. Why do you give us the experimental stuff instead of something that we can certainly use?
Because I don't want you to kill her. I just want you to capture her, please.
Oh, but she can kill us.
No, she'll be fine. It's not going to
I'm
be
gonna
hard.
slap my hand on his shoulder and be like, "You don't think we can do this?"
Second question.
Doesn't answer.
How did you convince those people to go to the swamp to catch these whatever are?
Oh, well, it's just, I pay them, of course.
hmm
How much?
How much? Depends on the job, really. I guess I could pay you in some sort of recompense, yes?
No need. I only need services from you later. And what was the third question again? Oh yeah. How much is that in the how long do we have before the shit escalates? Before we catch the queen?
I would say if she gets back to her colony, we have 3 days before they try and overrun the entire town. Yes.
Perfect.
Yes.
I'll be back. And I would go out.
Like I said, they have a hive mind, so if one of them knows where she is, then all of them do.
As long as it's worth
All
it.
in good time.
Mhm.
So I would go, alright people, I have to do some stuff. I'll catch you in a few minutes. And I would run away to the alchemist shop first.
Alchemist shop first. Okay.
We're gonna
So,
tap Xerxes on the
looking to
shoulder and
find
just say,
allies.
"Did you just leave the job with us?"
I'm a busy man.
Yeah. We can
Pretty
do this for you.
So I would buy 4 flasks of alchemist fire.
Hey, are we splitting the party? I love it when people do.
I just need to
That's
go
for,
get potions
My
and
character
move a
doesn't
curse.
care about this.
So are you guys going to go
I've heard
shopping
of
first and
this place.
prepare before you head out?
Sure.
All right. So you guys are going to go back to the shops and everything here.
Healer or a caster.
Wait, who has the color? Is that Hervsham?
Yeah, we'll say Hersham has it.
Okay.
That works.
All right, so I'm gonna go to a different shop than Hervsham. So I'll let him go do his first.
Okay. So Hersham, we're going to let you do yours first, and then I'll go down the line of people and where they want to go.
Oh,
So
and
you're
let's
at the
see.
apothecary.
Yeah, before that,
yeah.
let me just find the. Where did I put it? Oh, here it is. I would disguise myself, just put some mustache, some beard.
Thin mustache. And a,
Yeah,
de- and a
Okay.
devil goatee.
Unrecognizable.
All right. So you use your disguise kit. You put on your mustache and a blonde wig,
Why blonde?
just for fun.
Okay,
just for me, man. Just do it for me.
of course. And I would enter the alchemist shop. Good
Okay.
day, sir.
So as you enter the shop, you are hit with a pungent aroma of many different smells: lavender and wolfsbane and twinklesberry, if people aren't familiar with that. But yeah, cinnamon and other smells kind of like hit your nostrils as you hit. It's actually very pleasing, very relaxing sort of smell that you are enjoying right now. And at the counter, you see a very tall, lean elf that is wearing like very artisan-looking clothes and his long blonde hair and a very angular sort of like skinny face. And he's got his hands kind of like folded over one another on the counter, and he kind of like leans forward slightly, and he's like, "Yes."
Good day, sir. I'm here on business. We are working job for the how is this guy called? The Lesser Quibix, and we are. I would need some really strong. Some things that might kill the insects really fast. He would talk with lisp.
If you're looking for insect repellent, the hardware store's across the street.
And he kind of like lifts up his bony long finger and points out the window.
But do you have the alchemist fire?
Alchemist fire. I don't
Yes.
deal in that drivel. My potions I create here are top of the line, highest quality.
What do you have then, sir?
So he has, he points to the shelf and he kind of like gives you like a quick little tour.
It's like, I have potions of healing, assassin's blood, potions of water breathing, elixir of health, mind reading potions, and vulnerability potions, and my pride and joy. And he takes you to like this little cabinet here and opens it up, and he kind of like takes the little tiny latch off and opens up the little tiny cabinet, and inside is a vial of liquid that you recognize as a potion of undeath. And he kind of like waves his hand over in this like air of pretentiousness, and he's like, "This is the finest potion I've ever procured in my collection. 50,000 gold pieces. It's called the Potion of Death."
So that's all you have.
And he also points to this as like,
If you're looking to get laid
too, and nudges you really hard on the shoulder. He kind of like reaches over and grabs this heart-shaped bottle, and inside is like this pink swirling liquid, and he's like,
it's a filter of love, my good sir. Charms the person who drinks it up to an hour.
so basically it's Yeah, it's one of those potions that are you get the person drunk and take advantage of them. Yeah, roofie. Yeah, he's
You're
offering
welcome.
you a roofie. Thanks.
Yeah.
I was drawing a blank there.
I would look like, what the hell is this guy doing? And sir, if you really are the alchemist, you are the worst I ever saw. Goodbye.
Good
He'll
day,
just
sir.
slam the
Excuse
door.
you! And he
Excuse
just like
me.
scoffs.
Mr. Wonka, here's your everlasting gobstopper.
And I would go to the shop on the opposite side.
Oh, you're going to the hardware store. Okay.
Hold on,
Um,
I want to go to the shady gentleman.
Yeah, okay. So the gentleman in
Does
the
anybody
alleyway,
else want to go to the shady gentleman? If not, I'm cool. I have a hawk fox.
See how this goes.
Okay.
Okay.
Sweet.
Extra muscle.
Hanging
Use
out
it wisely.
around him.
So you approach the shady gentleman, and he's just kind of like looking in the alleyway. And beside him is like this makeshift sort of like shop made out of like old broken wood and rusted nails, and it says on the top in like black paint, "Corpses are us."
TNT dynamite.
So he just kind of like nods to you. He's like, "Aye, what can I do for you?"
What kind of stuff do you sell here?
"Well, my fine gentleman, I'll show you." And he goes to like his little shack here. He's like, are you interested in some of me candles? And he kind of like points to them, and they're like the worst looking candles you've probably ever seen. It's not even really a candle. It's just like this clump of wax with like a wick sticking out the top. And
No
he
big
kind of
candles.
points to his collection very, very happily. And he's like, I made these myself. This one's soulless black. This one's gangrenous green. This one's ereginous grey. Rapturous red. And I also have cinnamon and lilac scented options for each.
Huh. Do you have any magic items?
Magic items? Well, of course I do. And he goes around and
didn't think
has
that would
like
work.
these like badly stained looking scrolls of parchment. And they look like haphazardly tied together with twine. And he offers you a couple of scrolls. He's like, I've got Animate Dead in case you need to bring your little lover back to life for one last little. And he goes to the next one. He's like, I also have something called Gentle Repose. Stops them corpses from decaying. Really helps with the Animate Dead, you know. And then he goes, he's like, also have the Raised Dead, returns a corpse back to life. Goes really well with Gentle Repose if you want to keep your loved one still alive for, well, you know, for as long as you want, you know. Not gonna judge, not gonna judge. And I also got this here. It's a neat little trick. I show it to the kiddies all the time. And he takes out the little looking pouch. It looks like it was sewn together with like different patches of like of leather and colored fabric. And he just kind of like undoes the top string and turns it upside down, and it starts dumping out like different body parts of bones, so like arms and legs and
Good
shoulders
God.
and skulls, and he's just like shaking it, and it doesn't seem to be stopping. He's like, hey, I love this thing, it's great at parties. And then he turns it upside and like ties it together, and in that few seconds it looks like he's maybe like created like 5 or 6 skeletons worth of like bones and
Jesus.
arms.
Question.
Yes.
Guy and whisper. Charlatan.
Oh, you whisper charlatan?
Whisper
Yeah.
charlatan.
Yeah. He doesn't hear you. He doesn't hear you at all. But he does notice that you're looking a bit skeptical. He's like, "Oi there, lass. You want to give
I'm
these a
invisible,
shot?"
dude. I literally cast invisibility. That way so I can deuce out.
Oh, okay. I didn't know you cast invisibility.
How big's this guy?
How big is he?
Yeah.
He's kind of like a hunched over human. Yeah.
Okay, he's tiny. Okay, I'm gonna pull Zertes aside. Now hear me out.
Mm.
This guy doesn't have a lot of good stuff.
On his nose. Like, go. When he's
You
hunched
blow
over.
on his nose?
What's wrong with you?
24 stealth.
Roll
What
for
a mess
stealth
with it.
again. I want to see if he notices where it came from. Okay, yeah, he doesn't notice where it came
God.
from.
All right. What were you saying?
He just kind of wipes his nose.
This guy doesn't have a lot of good stuff, but the animate dead scroll might be alright, but we could just, get him out of the picture and just steal his stuff. And I'm whispering this to Zeratos only, so.
Okay, hold on.
Roll for stealth. The both of you.
Great.
I don't think Morgak knows what a whisper. Oh, hey.
Ah, that's good.
Oh, hey!
Morgak, you were being a little too loud, and Zeratus is like, shh, shh, shh. But it kind of seems a little late. It's like, oi, what are you trying to kid here? I'm no simple merchant. I know what I'm doing here. Besides, these scrolls are
I
steel.
whisper.
Okay.
What do you mean a
whisper?
steal?
Into the charlatan's ear.
Yeah. What do you say?
Visibility gives me advantage.
Yeah. So he doesn't know. Well, he would know which direction it's coming from.
Whisper it right behind him.
Okay. So what do you whisper? Do you say anything specific?
Said run. Can you not hear me?
Sorry. I didn't hear that.
It breaks sometimes.
Yeah.
So-
it's cutting every once in a while.
Yeah. So he hears run. He's like, "Whoa! Who said that? What? Jesus Christ! You're a tall lady."
Okay, hold on.
Looks up and he was like, "It looks like your stealth is kind of like faded now."
What would I use to
That's your
try to
thing.
hear what she's saying?
What would you use? Perception.
Because if I hear this, I want to
Been
play
an
along.
hour?
Would you say I hear that?
Yeah, you would hear that.
All right, so she's like invisible and like kind of playing around with him, right?
Mm-hmm.
All right, so I'll say, "Are you hearing voices, little man?"
No, I know exactly where that's coming from. And he just kind of like pokes your
Been, like,
nose
more than an
there.
hour?
It seems like this human's a little more comprehensive than most.
Dang it.
He's not exactly what you would call a normal, regular human.
All right, I'll go back to my original question.
Okay.
I'm gonna walk off.
What do you mean your scrolls are steel?
Oh, they're still there, laddie. It's only 90 gold pieces for animate dead. If you want it, just buy it off me. But if you try and steal from me, all I have to do is yell gods.
What's the difference between animate dead and raise dead? I guess I wouldn't know.
No. Someone have to roll knowledge arcana for that.
I'll roll anyway. I probably won't know.
Oh,
Never mind. I won't roll. I'm just gonna.
It's kind of funny that Morgan. That's the second time Morgag's done knowledge arcana and actually rolled really high.
So I'm gonna put like I'm gonna cross my
Arcane
arms.
or
I'm gonna cross my arms and be. What's the difference between raise dead and animate dead? Like to the guy.
Yeah.
Morgak can
And
maybe. answer.
Yeah, before the guy says anything, Morgak just remembers the orc shamans back in his tribe when they were trying to experiment with reusing armies of the enemies as slaves.
Jesus.
And yeah, orcs aren't very nice people. So the difference between animate dead and raise dead is animate dead allows the dead to follow your commands for a day. Raise dead returns the corpse to life. So you need to raise the dead first before you animate them. The raise dead brings them to life, and the animate dead has them follow your commands for the day.
So they're never the same. They're not the same person.
No,
Oh, okay.
Zombies.
Yeah.
they're zombies. Yeah,
That's
the
what I was
raise
curious
dead
about.
brings the corpse back to life, but the animate dead have, if you're not like well versed or proficient in necromancy, it allows you to use commands. So the raise dead scroll will let you return it to life, and then the animate dead will let have them follow your commands for one day.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool.
So like the eyes widen on the at Morgak is like,
You know a lot about raising dead there, boy.
I've been around.
All right. I'm going to because I bet somebody in our party might want some of this stuff.
mm-hmm.
So I'll say something along the lines of, persuasion. Can I try to get? I'm gonna try to haggle him.
Okay, sure.
Haggle. Let's haggle. Fuck yeah. All right.
Alright.
So I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna like impose myself a little bit, but not intimidatingly. You know, just like I'm a bigger dude. I have a hawk fox on my shoulder. I have a giant orc behind me on the left, and an invisible
You
girl.
rolled very poorly on that, even with that advantage.
And I'm just gonna be like, I have some friends who would like some of your wares, but your prices are a little high. And I've already stopped my friend here, and I'll point like at Morgak. You heard his plan, and you know I was against it. So, what can you do for us? And I'll give him a toothy grin.
Okay, so he just kind of like raises his eyebrow at you, turns his head up, way up, and he's like, "Well, for you, boyo, 50% off discount."
Oh, sweet. He was supposed to be like the weird, shady guy, and like we're shadier.
Yeah, pretty
All right.
much.
I will buy some scrolls from him.
All right.
I'll get one of each, because you say you need one for the other, right?
Yeah, so you need Raise Dead and you'll need Animate Dead. So
What was that
Animate
other
Dead's
one?
There is so I got Gentle Repose.
I'll just grab all three.
all three. Okay.
Yeah. How much does
So
that cost?
Gentle Repose stops the corpse decay and prevents undeath.
Now, are these spells I learn, or I just have a one use scroll?
One time use.
Okay, so that's
Yeah.
an item then.
If you have like someone who I don't know necromancy spells, he would be able to put these in his thing because he'd be able to write down the spells.
So Gentle Repose.
The Gentle Repose, Raise Dead, and Animate Dead.
Raise
But I gotta
Dead.
tell you the cost because
Yeah,
Raise
yeah.
Dead's quite expensive.
Oh shit.
It's 625 with the discount.
With the discount?
With
Holy
the discount.
shit.
You have that?
I do. All right. So how much is it all then?
So 625 plus 20 plus 45. So 625 plus 20 plus
You can always
45.
borrow.
690 gold for all three.
690.
Yeah,
You can always
Can
borrow.
I try to haggle him down to 625?
you could try.
Let's do it. Haggle. Well, I guess
You
it's
need
a
an extra 65.
Ha! Just
Oh,
under.
shit.
Yes.
Fine. Fine, that's fine. It's not much of a difference anyway.
All right. I had the money. I just wanted to make it lower.
Yeah.
Like I think I had 925 left, and I was like, oh, let's just, if I could make it 625, that's easier. All right, cool. So I have scrolls.
I think Dave is jealous of the rolls that you're getting.
I might be.
All right, so I'll remember. I'll make a note that I spent 625 on these.
Yeah. You need to write a book, The Art of Deal Making by Zeratus.
Yeah.
I might hire you as a clerk.
All right. So I think that's it, right? Like, is there anything else? Yeah.
Okay, so there was Speak with Dead. Allows you to speak with a non-undead corpse. So it's just a corpse. You can't raise it.
I couldn't learn any of this though.
Yeah. A bottomless bag of bones, which is what he showed you.
Oh god.
It allows for unlimited corpses for raising minions in necromancy spells.
I guess before I go, I'll mention this shop in case he wants to buy any other stuff. But I'll have picked up the magic-y stuff. Okay, yeah, that's it for me.
Okay, cool.
I'll put my hand on his shoulder, and like my fox is kind of like gonna like yip.
Yep.
I named her Z, by the way.
Okay.
Just
that works.
Z-E-E. So she's gonna yip, and I'm just gonna like kind of pet her and be like, "It's a good doing business with you," and I'll like slap him really hard. Like
He
no,
just kind of like shuffles forward a bit with the force. And he's like, "Hey, no problem. Have a great day."
cool. And this is when Arista should do like one more invisible thing, like tie shoelaces or something.
Oh, he already knows where she is.
Dang.
My spell lasts an hour, and that was a 26, a crit, man.
He's
But
very observant. You have
Yeah,
to know
choosy.
that this guy's shady. He can perceive some things, and
The
he's not
NPC.
exactly on the up and up. So he's pretty good.
He's
at
actually a level
avoiding
10 character.
stuff. Yeah, if you guys
Probably.
decided to fight him, I don't know.
I'm just bummed that.
Yeah. No, I'd probably work on like the more common folk, you know.
All right, cool.
Go find some commoners.
There you go. Didn't mess with them.
I
It's
wonder how
been
many
like
people.
maybe like 30 minutes. I have a spell.
Yeah.
Can you
Where you want to go first before I do my thing with the blacksmith?
no
Card. I'll do that later.
dance off?
That's why. Yes, that's why I want to do a dance off. I'll do it when the spell wears off.
Well, there is a the bard guy that's around selling his stuff. So yeah.
Like I said, I will do that with a dance off later.
Okay. That works. All right. So there's the blacksmith, the alcohol merchant, and the post office as well, I believe.
Tug on Morgak's.
And Morgak wanted to go to the
The blacksmith to find Stone Bear?
yeah.
Oh no, dwarfs are pretty wise.
Stonebeard is his last name.
Okay. Can we head to the bar first? I really want to mess with people there.
I'll go with you if you want.
Okay. So you head over to the alcohol merchant. He's got a couple tables and chairs set up outside with a few patrons already sitting down and drinking some of his drinks. And you see like a dice game going on in the corner with a couple of dwarves.
Did you say dice?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm in. What are they? Are they playing for money? Are they just playing for fun?
Oh no, they're playing for money. They got like a big pot in the middle.
All
right now.
Can I ascertain what the pot is?
Sure.
What do you
Roll.
need?
Roll for persuasion or perception. And
I
see
wish you were
if
gonna say persuasion.
persuasion is like I persuade the gold into my pocket.
Fuck.
It's a really big pile of gold. You're kind of distracted by how shiny it is. You don't really know how much, but
Great.
it's
Before I won't say anything yet. I don't know where Arissa is. Do I?
big. Are you still invisible, Arissa?
Yeah, she's invisible for like at least half.
Now
an
For
hour.
we're-
an hour.
Yeah.
Yeah. She's. You have no idea where she
Right.
is. You've lost her in the crowd.
So I'll just be like, Arissa, do you want to play? Because I don't know where she is, and people are probably looking at me.
Yeah.
I'll just pretend
don't know who
Arissa's
you're
the
talking
fox.
to. Mm-hmm.
I'll be like Z, and then she'll just like fly around me,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'll wait for Arissa.
Okay. So what do you want to do, Arissa? You got a couple people sitting
How many
down.
people have?
How many people have what? Sorry.
Oh, you're cutting out at the worst times here.
Yeah. I hear.
Did you catch that?
No. I heard catch it and I heard.
Shoelaces.
Oh yeah. There are people that have shoes they're wearing.
Or laces.
Oh,
Or laces.
actually, this might work. If she's gonna do that, then I could sit at the table, and if these people get upset and they get up to stand, they'll just like trip over.
So
Alright.
Arissa, you see Zeratus kind of like hovering over the three dwarves playing a dice game at a table.
Never mind.
And
She doesn't want to
you-
mess with dwarves.
You go to try and tie the shoelaces of an individual without really checking to see if they're wearing shoes, and you look down and it's just a set of iron boots. And then you bump your head on the table as you try to leave, and you move a dice roll that one of the dwarves was trying to roll, and it gave him a poor roll, and now he's like yelling at the other
Snake
two dwarves
eyes.
that they hit the table on purpose. And they're just kind of like arguing back and forth, like, I didn't do that. It wasn't me. So now one of the dwarves is pissed.
Hold
that
on.
they tried to screw his
Can
roll.
I throw a persuasion?
Yeah.
It was that guy.
Who
And
are you pointing
and
to?
I point to like the smallest dwarf.
He's like, "Aye, laddie, Thanks for that. And he stands up and like reaches for a hand axe in his back and points it at the other guy, saying, "You go next." And the littlest dwarf just kind of like looks up at you and like dirtiest look ever. And just like as he's looking at you, he just grabs the dice and rolls without breaking eye contact with you, Zeratus, and rolls. And let's see how well he does. I'm just gonna do a flat d20 because I have no idea how these are supposed to go for
bring
him.
it on.
So he rolls. He rolls actually really decent.
Yo, I'm gonna grab his dice, keeping this eye contact with him.
Wow.
That's right. That's right.
And he kind of like shrinks into his chair a little, and the other dwarf on the other side of the table is holding the hand axe. He just kind of like laughs heartily and goes around and slaps you on the back. He's like, "Ah, Elade, that's how you do it."
And then I'm gonna take all the money.
Wait.
No, I won't.
I was gonna say, start a brawl in the middle.
Could you
of the
imagine? It's like I just beat you all and take it. All right, no, yeah, I'll leave. I basically did that to make sure no one saw Arissa or went after her. Yeah,
that's fair.
Or not saw her, but you know,
Yeah.
figure it out.
Mhm.
All right. So I'll leave them, and
Okay.
I'll go sit at the bar.
Like, or a big brother to Arissa, like quite literally, because she's probably older than you.
Yeah, probably.
Oh, probably. Yeah. Yeah, she's a tiefling, so.
Not tiefling.
Oh, sorry, no.
I'm only 29.
I'm still on the old Arissa.
I did convince you, man.
I'm only 29 years of lizard age.
Yeah.
How old's Arissa is the question.
Well, she's a gnome, so.
365.
Yep, that's old. That's really old.
Yeah.
Can you imagine how old Zasser would be? Like, jeez.
Okay. All right, so I'm gonna go to the bar, and then I'll be like, Arissa, and then like I'll nudge Z again to see if like she'll kind of like sit in the stool next to me. This is the
Okay.
first time I've ever seen like a domestic kind of, well, I guess wild animal kind of in a city. So I'm probably doing things that aren't like
Normal.
kosher. Yeah.
No, yeah.
So I'm gonna have Z sit right beside me.
Yes.
There we go. Now do what you want.
Well, you got to tell me what you were doing ahead of time.
True. So I'm at the bar, and I've got Z.
Continue trying to tie shoelaces together to make them trip.
Yep.
Okay, so who are you targeting this time? So the dwarves have no shoes; they got iron boots on. You can't tie. Any
They're probably
laces to them.
fighting each other.
Well, you can see you hear like some minor arguing, but more or less it's just a couple laughs, making fun of the smaller gnome.
So
So
I'm
we'll
just-
say there's a woman and a man sitting in a table by the dwarves. The man has a pair of trousers on and overcoat as well as some shoes with laces. So you managed to tie his shoelaces together. The woman's just wearing slip-on shoes, so you can't really do anything about that. But the man doesn't notice at all what you just did. It's a dick move.
who
All right.
looks like the most snobbish guy in this entire bar?
The most snobbish guy? You look around and you see a very tall looking elf, very fair skin, dark brown hair, sitting alone by himself. He's got his feet up on the other side of the chair across from him, and he's gingerly sipping from a long stem wine glass some red liquid, and just kind of like looking around with pursed lips.
Shoelaces.
Chilling. Huh? Sorry, you were cutting out again, Arissa.
Shoelaces.
Yes, he has shoelaces. They're curled shoes, and they're up on the other side of the table on the other chair. He's kind of like crossed over each other.
Place them together.
Okay, roll for stealth.
Already did.
You did?
Yeah.
Oh, right. The 25 you got. Okay, yeah. So we'll say that you managed to get his shoelaces tied together. And he does not know.
Is the bartender a man or a woman?
Shouldn't that be the
The bartender's a portly human male.
All right. Never mind.
Shoelaces.
Wait, shouldn't that be the sleight of hand?
Sleight of hand. She's not taking anything off him.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. If she was,
And
if
she's
she
not
was
trying
trying
to
to go
hide-
for like
hide
his
anything.
coin purse or something, it would be sleight of hand.
Yeah, and she's not trying to hide or anything.
No, I'm just pulling innocent pranks.
Mm-hmm.
Breaks his spine afterwards.
Did you say you break his spine afterwards?
Yeah, he trips.
Oh, Jesus.
Maybe if we
Jesus.
were in Final Destination, yeah. Those people are made
Could you
of bread
imagine a
and
whole
jelly.
campaign just Final Destination style?
How many times would you have to re-roll your character? That's just
A
like,
lot.
don't get too attached, guys.
You just play as
Max out
Mooks.
next phase.
Yeah. That'd be such a dick move to do, though.
All right. With that, I'm gonna thank the bartender, and I'm
Gotta go.
gonna I'm just gonna
Okay.
I'll whistle, and Z will just like fly up to my shoulder, and then I'm just gonna walk out. I'll leave like
Okay.
actually I'm just gonna can I just do a persuasion again?
Yeah.
Oh fuck! I was gonna try to just walk away and not pay, but how much do I owe him for one beer?
So he taps you on the shoulder, is like, you owe me 25 gold there, boyo.
That's not worth it.
The only ale that he has is Dwarven Dark Ale.
Son of a bitch! If I'd known that. All right.
Hey, I have to head out. Please, at least look at the chat box.
Of course, I will do that. I have that up the whole time too.
Okay.
So if you need to talk me or tell me anything, I'll have you tail the party around. So yeah, you'll be good.
All right. So I'm gonna give him like 25 gold, and then steal it right when he turns around.
Okay, so you give him 22 gold, and we're just gonna see if he notices.
If he rolls
Yeah,
better
you
than a
take it.
22,
I guess we'll see. Never know.
thank
He
God.
doesn't notice shit.
Yo, can I take more off of him? No, okay.
I won't allow that.
Yeah, it's fine, it's fine, it's fine.
We'll say you get your gold back.
Cool,
No problem.
cool. Awesome.
And you're a paladin.
Yeah, and I'm a paladin. Well, I'm a lizardman paladin. I've got a history.
That's it, Certus. You're getting alignment shift.
I'm chaotic good.
You
Now I'm
bastard.
chaotic neutral.
You bastard.
I'm okay with being chaotic neutral now.
I don't penalize people for alignment shifts too much, but if they do something completely out of character, I'm saying your character would not do that. I'm not letting you do that.
Yeah. Zeratos, how to paladin and how to barter.
How to paladin. Steal back the money you gave to a portly alcohol merchant. This is
Yo,
what you
I
do.
just wanted a free drink,
Yeah.
and I didn't want to hit anybody. Yet.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yet.
Yet. Yeah.
Need to test out
Okay.
my rage.
Mm-hmm. All right, so you guys have pretty much looked at everything with the exception of the
Well, Morgak still has to go to the
Yeah.
yeah.
armorer. So if you guys want to do that next, you can do that.
Yeah, I'll he's probably already there, but like I'll just be there.
Yeah, cool. All right.
I'm fine with you just teleporting in behind me. Just like, oh, hey, Morgak.
Hey, I just had fun. What's
Yeah,
up?
fast travel. There's fast
Nothing
travel in this
personal,
world.
kid.
Yeah, you just need an ally to find it first.
Mhm.
It is
Yeah,
available.
it's like
still.
you found him on the mini map and you just clicked on character and just went like fast travel.
What was that
Loading
move
screen.
warlocks could do in World of Warcraft where they just put a summoning portal? Yeah,
Yeah, summoning stone.
or summoning stone. Yeah, that's what
That's
we need.
fine. Okay, so Morgak will say that you arrived prior to the rest of the party to the weaponsmith, and you see a variety of instruments of death lining the wall: swords, broadswords, long swords, axes, double axes, great axes, and you're just kind of like salivating over all weapons and going like, ooh, so many choices. And you see like these really nice looking gauntlets that are hung up just above the hearth in the shop, and it looks like they're basically like a pair of brass knuckles, but wrapped around with like leather artwork and etched with dwarvish runes around the leather straps, and on the very top there's like these stainless steel sort of like knuckle dusters with sharp points on each knuckle.
Oh, so many choices, so many gifts.
Nothing like the hand-to-hand approach.
Mm-hmm.
You play as a monk. Well,
No,
not
I play
this
as a
campaign,
barbarian.
but
Oh, other campaign, yeah.
Is there a shield in the shop?
Yeah, there are many different shields available, all with different looks and shapes. So you see kite shields, you see just round shields, you see like
Did you say
square
kite?
shields.
I love kite
Kite.
shields.
Shields, yeah.
Now I know how much a
Bucklers.
shield costs in D&D, but how much do these ones cost?
So let me just look through to see what I have.
Because I've just
for
made
you.
6 characters, and I know that they cost 6 gold, but I think that's just a basic shield.
Okay. Most of these look just like basic shields. You see this one kite shield that is. It looks like it's got like this weird looking sheen on it. Like it's shiny to the eye, but when you turn your head, it looks like it's just solid wood. So you're not entirely sure what's making it shine like that.
All right,
Like a tower shield.
I'm interested.
Mhm.
Yeah. All right.
You can tank.
I'll let
anything.
Morgat go first, but I'm interested in that shield.
Morgak's gonna look for a dwarf in charge, so you can talk to him.
All right. So you look around the shop. It's a fairly large shop, but you can hear clanging in the back corner. And as you round the corner, you see like this short dwarf kind of hunched over an anvil, hammering away at a sword that he is currently making.
Morgak's gonna yell at him, "Hey, are you stone-beard?"
Who's asking?
Me,
Who's me?
Morgak.
What's a
What's it to
morgak?
ya?
And he just kind of like turns slightly. He's like, Jesus Christ!
Who's
Yeah,
this
but
Jesus
Jesus.
Christ everyone's yelling about?
It's an expression. What the hell did they make out of you? A mount?
I don't even know what you're saying. Listen, I hear you could deal with getting rid of cursed items.
I've dealt with cursed items. What you got there?
I got this axe, and then Morgak's gonna pull out the cursed axe.
And my axe.
And my
I need the curse
sword.
removed from me.
And
So
he
apparently you don't
looks
like-
at it. He's like, oh, never seen one of these in a long time. And he kind of like turns it over in his hands. And it kind of like glows this faint red aura as he holds it. And you hear this like burning sound, and he drops it immediately. He's, Jesus! The bloody thing burned me! And he just kind of
Doesn't
looks at
like
his
me.
hands. He's kind of like, it's just some minor burns on his hands. He's like, that's never happened before. I don't think your axe likes me very much.
Is he
I
actually
don't
in
think
pain?
it likes me either. It's technically not mine.
What do you mean, technically? You find it off a corpse or something?
You can say that.
He just kind of eyes you a little. It's like, all right then. And so he kind of like goes over to his anvil, and he puts down his hammer, and then he goes over to like a workbench and starts rummaging through some items and takes these rather large like goggle apparatus and sticks it on his head, and he turns, and his eyes are like almost triple the size that they normally are through these like lenses, and he just kind of like bends over and kind of like looks at the axe just on the ground and kind of like adjusts his goggles a little bit, and you can hear like these little clicks every time he adjusts them, and every time he adjusts the goggles you see like the color of the lenses change inside the goggles, and he's just kind of like clicking through it a little bit, and then he clicks to what looks like to be like a red lens, and it's like kind of like he's mouthing some words to himself. He's just kind of like, it looks like he's like reading something off the axe, but you don't know what it is. And he just kind of like bends up, cracks his back a little, and he's like, well, I got the good news and bad news. The good news is this axe likes you. The bad news is this axe likes you. So, I don't know. Might be a
Just
little
said the
tricky to get rid of
exact
this.
same thing.
Well, you see there, boy, if you don't kill things, it's gonna suck the life out of you. But I may be able to remove the curse for a fee at least.
How much?
2 grand gold.
In gold?
In gold. 2,000.
Any way to cut that price?
I don't know.
Do you need some
Maybe.
lizard men bartering?
I was gonna try Morgak's art of the deal.
Okay, go for it.
You could try that.
So persuasion?
He's watched me a few times.
Persuasion. Yeah, yeah.
He knows what to do.
I kind of know what to do.
Okay, well, let's... Because this guy's a merchant, he's had hang experience before.
No!
Oh, look at that. So he's like, you know what? I'll drop it to 1,500. You seem like a nice boy. Plus, I think
Okay.
I've heard of you. You said Morgak, right?
Yeah.
My brother was an admiral during the siege. I think he was the one that helped you. And just kind of
Morgak
like...
thinks back to which ones did he yell at again?
There was like a small group of dwarves in the siege admiral at the time. They were the ones that dug the holes for you guys to get to the siege weapons.
Oh, the ones we punched at the beginning of the first game.
Yes, the
I've
ones
been
you
in.
punched.
The Flint did that.
Unfortunately.
Yeah,
No, Morgak was nice. Morgak did.
After hearing that, can I just like pipe in like, and you're still gonna charge him 1,500? Oh fuck. Never mind.
Yes, I'm still gonna charge him 1,500, and you know why? Because the components required to remove this bloody curse are really expensive and rare.
Fair enough.
This shit ain't easy to do.
Alright,
I'll go
here's
back
your
to shields.
1,500.
Now, if you want to do me maybe a favor and find me some of these components, I might be able to drop it a little bit more for your friend.
Hmm.
What are the components?
Oh, let's see here. I'm going to need the following. I'm going to need some wolfsbane, at least a pound of it.
Oh, they sell that at the other shop.
Give
Yeah,
me
my
some of
friend.
that. If you could possibly find me some twinkleberry, that'd be good too. I just need about a pinch.
Same
But that is
shop.
a very, very rare. You might not be able to find it. Although the alchemist might be able to sell it to you, but that guy's a bit of a douche.
Huh.
Don't tell him I said that. He'll turn me into a frog or some shit. Anyway.
Yo, we can use that against him. Don't tell him that. What if I did tell him?
Is that in character?
No, sorry, I shouldn't have used the voice.
Use the voice. No. And then he says, like, also, I'm going to need at least, I don't know. I have to, maybe like a pound of antlers, at least. Ground pound of antlers. You might be able to find some of that in the forest. Just kill yourself an antelope and grind up these horns, and you'll be...
We're going out that way anyway, right?
Yeah, you are.
Yeah.
Because you're going to be helping Zasser try and find his lost
Morgak,
serum
do you
coin.
have the money, or do you want to get the stuff?
I have the money, but I'm fine with paying now instead of you doing
Yeah.
chores.
Yeah. If you're okay with that.
We got it bargained down to 1,500, so
I tried to get it lower, but I failed.
it's fine.
Yeah.
Alright,
Okay.
here's your money. Marcus gonna plop down 1,500.
All right. I'll hold on to this for now. But if you get some of these components, I'll drop the price for you.
I'll keep an eye out.
All right.
So I take it I'm leaving the gold and the axe with him?
Yeah, you're leaving the axe with him. He's going to look it over a bit more. how to fix things.
Okay, let's go backup axe.
Okay. So are you going back to the alchemist?
Well, we
Oh
don't-
no, I was saying I've got my backup great axe, so
Oh, okay. Yeah, you got your backup grade.
He doesn't need to because he paid for it, right?
Well, that's the thing. He said he's going to hold on to them now, but if you guys get the components, he'll wait like maybe
Oh.
like half a day, and if you
So,
guys
like,
don't come,
If we come across it.
go into his inventory if he has to. Yeah, exactly.
Okay, so we can make it cheaper at no detriment to us.
Exactly.
Okay, that's cool.
You have the option. All right. So is there anything else you guys want to do before?
I
have to
would
go to the
recommend buying
messenger.
just some healing potions.
Well, there's a potion shop too.
Yeah, that's where the elf was. The douchey elf.
Oh, great. An orc and a lizard man go walk in on an elf.
That's gonna go well.
Doesn't it doesn't end up well for the elf.
Let's
No, it
go try
wouldn't.
haggling.
Yeah.
Mm. All right. So, weren't you interested in the shield as well? Or
I forgot I have a shield. Sorry.
oh, you do. Okay,
Um,
so you
But
don't need. To
but
worry.
if the shield is better than mine, like if it's got some special property, I'll be interested.
you could ask.
Hippity hoppity.
All right, I'll quickly ask. I'll be like, before we go, there's something with this shield, and I'll like show mine and be like, what makes it different?
Oh, that one, and he points up in the corner, floats
Huh?
in front of you. It's an animate shield. It's one of my last ones.
So what do you mean it floats?
Well, basically, the way it works is I give you the command word for the shield,
I like command words.
and as an extra ability, the shield leaps into the air and just hovers in front, protects you.
So one
So-
one command word moves it where I want.
No, it just floats in front of you. It can't move. It just
Oh.
floats in front. Yeah.
Does it follow you?
Like immovable rod shield.
It does follow in front, yes. So as long as the enemy is facing the same direction as you are, so is the shield.
Hmm.
Leaves your hands free. It's great.
That might be good for you, Morgak. Maybe I don't know. Because like you're two-handed, and then you'd have a floating shield.
No, I don't need a shield.
Okay. All right. I'll say.
He's got rage.
That's true. All right. I'll say. Thanks. I might come back later. Okay.
So,
I'm not. I'm not.
probably going to come back later.
I'm not gonna come back later.
Brings axe back.
I do want that axe back.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. That's it for me.
It's okay.
Damn. I was wondering if there was like. What was that? There's like. Magic amulets or anything, but it doesn't seem like this town's got a place for those.
Okay.
All right.
So, do you want to go check the potion shop real quick?
Sure.
Arissa having the bar just for fun right now.
Great.
Nice.
Yeah.
Kick his ass.
You hear some weird 80s music coming from the back corner of the street there. Anyway, so to the potion shop. It is now around, I'm going to say, late afternoon. The shops are getting ready to close, but
Okay.
they haven't yet. So yeah, you guys walk into the shop, and immediately the eyes of the elf bulge out in horror and disgust.
Oh, can we walk into the shop like Morgak's in front, and you know, like in the movies when then you realize there's two of them because like they step aside.
Yeah. So as you do that, his eyes even wider somehow, and he's just like, "Oh my god!"
Ronald Weasley.
Ronald Weasley.
What do
Leviosa.
you want?
Sorry.
Are you trying to use the nostrils to stink?
Accio.
Denied.
Okay.
And you would hear from the opposite side of the street something like, "What? You do not have alchemist's fire? What kind of goddamn city is this one?" And you would see the Eldritch Blast flying in the sky. And you would see
And
an
you
angry
immediately
woman.
see several Elvish guards start rushing towards where that came from.
Take it back. Take
Wait
it
a
back.
second. Goddamn, these warlocks! They're attacking me!
He's like, "Sir, calm down, or we'll have to use force." And they have like their hands on their hilts right now.
Oh god.
Help!
They're gonna think he's insane.
Calm
Hey,
down,
Sam,
sir.
We can't take you anywhere, can we?
Help me!
All right, I'll look at Morgak real quick and I'll say, "You got this," or "You got this," and I'm just gonna like, I'm gonna actually go down on all fours to get some speed. And
Okay.
I'm
If
like,
I was able to roll, I would be totally tying his shoelaces for you guys, or at least his cape to the chair.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go down on all fours and kind of like scamper out, and I'll have Z just like flying behind me.
Wait, how long has
Okay.
it been?
It's late afternoon right now. The shops are gonna get ready to close soon.
Is the sun setting?
A little.
Okay,
Not,
it's like
not
starting.
completely. Yeah, it's starting to.
Oh, then I would say that at least Arissa, her thing would have faded by now.
Okay.
Bums me
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, you're not
But
invisible
she
anymore.
Cast it again.
Mhm.
She won't do it right now.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
Hey, do you have an exact time on when we are ending?
So we started around 6, so I'm thinking for another hour and a half. At
good.
most, I would think. So like 9:30
Okay.
Eastern.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
I don't
good.
want to keep people too late. So yeah, wherever we get to in an hour and a half is where I'll stop.
Yeah, I'm gonna get up
Okay.
tomorrow
Yeah.
if I survive.
All right.
Okay. Yeah, you
Try to make
gotta
it
sleep.
Rivsham has to roll up a new character.
That's not gonna happen.
Killed by elven guards. Legacy lost.
Yeah, roll high.
Yeah, you did.
Would you?
Hope you have somebody to
Would you
inherit
think-
your bank.
Would
Yes.
you guys
No.
think that would you want like Arissa, tiny Arissa, walk in front of you and too short to be like and is looked over by the counter?
Yeah, you're gonna be too short for the counter.
I s-
All he sees right now is your pointy little hat.
And a very giant orc.
A very giant orc.
I don't wear a pointy hat. I just have hair.
Oh, okay. So yeah, he doesn't really notice you, right? Tall, but he's kind of like focused on the hulking green mass in front of him and just trying to understand what he's gonna have to do to deal with
Again,
it.
I cannot roll right now unless
That's okay.
re-download like a
Yeah.
Do you want me to play your character like I did last time? I can do the high voice and everything. It's cool.
Well,
I think I got that down.
Yeah, that's pretty spot on.
Yeah.
Yeah, we really enjoyed having Arissa in the corner, not doing anything.
As we both freaking beat the shit out of him.
That was
didn't
our
tell you
favorite.
What I do, but I would have to have you roll for it, and it will all be a surprise for me since I'm currently in the car.
You can try to.
And I'll play it
roll
by
in
ear.
Discord.
I kind of think I know what the character would do, so it'll be fine.
Right now she's in a prankster mood, so
Yeah. Okay, cool.
and she's still determined on having the dance off with the bard.
Yes. Oh, and you said you cast invisibility on yourself again?
Sure.
All right, I'm gonna have fun with this then. All right. So, Arissa, I'm going to assume that you were there at the armory and you know exactly the items that you guys are going to need to get this price dropped. So, yeah. Morgak, what would you like to tell the nice elvish merchant?
Hey, I'm looking for potions that heal.
And he just kind of like scoffs. He's like, very well, I suppose. And he turns and hands you a couple potions and just kind of like haphazardly places them in front of you. And he's like, these are 100 gold each.
Do I know if these are legitimate health potions?
You could roll for knowledge arcana again and see.
Ask him if he made them.
Shit! How do you do this all the time?
Yo,
I've
this is
been
awesome.
around.
So these potions are definitely potions of healing. They seem
are-
like they're close to expiry, though. He's offering you the shittiest of his stock right now.
These potions are close to expiring. Hardly worth 100.
How do you? Fine.
Racist.
Fine.
Just human things.
And then he snatches them back off the shelf in disdain and sticks them back on the shelf and moves his hand slightly to the right and grabs 3 others. And he's like, very well. These are potions of healing. They're more potent than the previous ones.
He's lying.
You can roll for perception and see if he's lying.
It's insight.
Perception or insight?
Or insight, yeah. Yeah, insight would be trying to understand what he's saying.
Holy shit!
Yo, when it comes to like potioning and magic shit.
Jesus. He is definitely not lying at all.
All right.
Potions. They are legitimate potions. But you definitely think the price he's offering is way higher than it should be. It shouldn't be more than 25.
They're offering these for mighty high price. I say 20.
Nice.
20? Excuse you, sir, but my apothecary is for finer people than yourself.
Jeez.
You will spend what I ask, or you will get out of my shop.
Yo.
Immediately.
Finer wares in a goblin's lair.
Roll for intimidation.
Get wrecked.
Strength based or charisma?
Charisma based. That's an insult.
Can't.
All right, let's
That's
see how
not
he
bad.
does. He's a pompous ass, so. He's like, well, I never. Fine, just. I'll take 20 gold. You get out of my shop immediately.
He tried to sell him
Take all
bad
of them
potions.
and
I
give
want to
him
draw
20
on his
gold.
boots.
You wanna draw on his boots?
Yes.
Marissa, poke a hole in them so it, like when it rains, it gets wet.
No, I don't want to poke a hole. I want to like draw a smiley face. Well, a frowny face.
A frowny face on his boot.
Can you make it an elven frowny face?
Yes, please.
Okay. I'm gonna roll for stealth for you to do that, and you got an 18, so you successfully write a frowny face on his boots. Now, Rissa, since you're here, I'm gonna say that you notice that there is wolfsbane, and there also happens to be some ground up antler powder on the 3rd shelf from the top, so just out of your reach. There is a step ladder nearby, though.
I'm not going to get a step ladder. I'm just here to pull pranks.
Okay.
Yeah, prank him by stealing his stuff. It's the best.
No, that requires me to roll sleight of hand. And I'm not trained in that. I will not do that.
Okay.
I'm not trained in a lot of things, but I'm still rolling.
Yeah. Arcane, Arcana, and freaking Insight.
Arcane Orc.
Arcan Arc.
So I got how many potions for 20 gold?
You got 1 potion for.
How many potions does he have for sale?
He's got. Well, he offered you 3, so if you want, you could spend 60 potions of healing.
It seems fair. 60
Yeah.
for 3 potions.
Yeah, 60 for 3. And then these particular potions heal 2d6 plus your con. All right. Is there anything else you wanted to do? Did you want to get the wolfsbane or the grounded antler powder?
Me?
Oh, either of you. You wanted to steal it, or if Morgak wanted to buy it.
I'll ask how much it is, but
Since I'm so short,
It's like,
is
oh, sorry, go ahead.
Your height.
I'm since my character is so short, would you guys at least see me turn invisible?
You're already invisible.
Oh.
Morgak
Oh,
has no idea what's going on. He didn't in at all. As far as he knows, he's.
The only
Okay,
reason I
so
knew where you were
she-
earlier is because I rolled that perception really
Yeah.
well.
Okay, guys, roll perception, because there's something I want to do. It's like I would take a stick and like poke at.
Nope.
Well, not poke at the things, but like
Well,
point them
Morgak
out.
is the only one that would really need to roll because he's.
Oh
in the
yeah, I
same-
left. I left. Yeah.
Oh.
And I'm gonna see if the merchant notices anything going on.
I doubt I
So
see.
Morgak-
Morgak doesn't match.
Yeah, Morgak rolled 11, and then the merchant rolled 8. So you're good.
So she would take a stick and like tap on Morgak's leg, and then point at the wolf veins and stuff like that.
Oh, okay. So you're just kind of like pointing the stick at the wolfsbane and the ground
Yeah,
antler
sure.
powder. Okay.
Yes.
So Morgak, you kind of notice like there's a stick floating beside you, and it's like pointing at something on the shelf. Two things actually.
Hey, how much are those? And I point at them.
So he turns slightly and he's like just grabs them and is like, 10 gold pieces each. Please just leave.
Easy
Jeez,
peasy.
so racist.
Is 10 a good price for those? Would Morgak know?
Roll Arcana Arc.
Just that way.
I'll leave it up to the GM.
We'll say that he's just trying to get rid of you at this point, and he's offering you whatever price he thinks is satisfactory to your requirement.
Oh, so that is a discount.
Yeah. He literally just wants to shop right now. He's afraid he's afraid his patrons are going to come in here and they're going to just be like, "Oh, well, this is beneath me," and leave because he's serving an orc.
Okay, I'll take them for
Secretly serving
penny.
a gnome.
All
Do
right.
my bidding.
So
elf.
yeah, it's just going to be 20 gold, and you now have wolfsbane and ground antler powder in your inventory.
Such an easy job.
Yeah.
By the way,
leave. I need to close.
Alright.
Oh no, his floor has been tainted by the smell of orc. What's he gonna do?
Are you saying that
Appreciate
in
your
character?
business,
Because
and I'm
please
gonna
tell me
walk
you're saying
out.
that in character.
Is there anything that looks breakable on the way out that wouldn't cost much?
You see like a glass table that has like a vase of flowers on it.
Anything that I could accidentally knock over?
You could
Actually,
accidentally
you know
knock
what?
over the vase. Oh, actually, no. Well, Lydia has stealth right now. Still, she's invisible.
Actually, you know what? Yeah, sure. She'll say it in character, but it would probably look like the pygmy dragon saying it, since
That's great.
it would be flying like right beside me.
Oh, okay. And he just like stares at the little dragon. He's like, "Where the hell did you come from? You can speak."
And in Gnomish, I respond, "Of course I can. Why wouldn't I speak? I have a tiny headband of intelligence on my head. Very, very tiny, the size of a needle."
Orc, take your filthy animal with you. It's sassy and I don't like it.
Hey, is that how you treat a patron?
You, sir, are beneath patronage.
Shit.
Yet you still sold to me. Be ashamed if something or someone heard of such mistreatment
If you don't leave now, I will call the guards.
for buying from you. I
For,
have a receipt.
for attacking me, you are a brute, sir.
Jack rolls his eyes at that.
You insult my intelligence. Begone.
Okay, the pygmy dragon would fly over, like do like a quick little boop on the nose of the elf, and then fly off.
Okay. What? I never. And as you guys leave, he turns and kind of like sulks a bit. He's like, "My shoes!"
See ya.
Is there any way I can slam the door on the way out hard enough to break the vase?
Yes. Come on.
Roll.
Strength.
If we
Strength.
break it, oh, the vase.
No!
No!
You
Good luck, run
lightly,
out.
you lightly close the door, You pulled your arm muscle a little as you did that.
I'm not.
So that was
I
a
need
little
a nap.
awkward, but you
1d2
closed the
damage.
Nah, no damage. Just kind of like minor sprain or minor pull of the muscle.
I'm being too diplomatic. It's showing.
It's so out of character for you.
I wanted so badly to break that vase.
That's what he gets with 2 weeks of training with me.
Pretty much.
You repeat the hell, I'm pretty sure.
All right, so Hivsham, I did notice that you rolled for deception, so the police, the Elvish guards, let you off with a warning, we'll say.
Yeah, I ran out there like, and everything's fine.
And I
Okay.
would
I'm
just
sorry, I'm just imagining a lizard man on all fours running towards the guards.
I'll have to do one of those, like, you know when a dog stops in like a TV show and the other front paws and the back one's like as it's sliding towards them.
yeah,
Oh,
but
yeah.
would you recognize me because I was disguised?
I don't know.
You'd have to
But
roll
I
for
know your
perception.
voice.
Yeah, he'd recognize your voice, and he just wonders why your face looks different, but I'm guessing Xerxes, is because the way he thinks, he's just like, whatever.
Wait, doesn't that lizard have smell?
Yeah, so he'd recognize your smell, too. Lizards definitely would be able to tell that. Lizard
Yeah.
people.
That's
That
that's something he's gonna work on.
It's like extrasensory perception.
You can buy a vial of perfume and it changes your smell.
Mm-hmm.
Or soap.
Nah, just temporary.
Okay.
And I would just pass over them. Of course, sir, I would never do this again. It was just a moment of disappointment of this city. Anyway, goodbye. And I would just go near the Morgak and the others, and I would not look at them, but I would send them the message: do not blow this up, as I almost did.
Yeah, that would probably be a good idea. Not to
And I
blow
would
up
go
the
to
shop.
the
Give it to me now
messengers
so I can
if they
fireball it.
work
Okay.
still.
So yeah, so the post office is still open. It's got a sign over it in very fancy ACS. So
And I would remove the mask.
okay.
Enter plainly.
Is there
So-
a fancy nightclub?
There might be, sure. You never know.
Oh,
But yeah, so you enter the post office and you see the typical post office scene. You get like a square counter with a bunch of people sitting at queues with little dividers in between each, and they're all looks to be like gnomes and one portly looking dwarf. You can't really tell if it's a male or female. Has a beard, but you never know. Anyway, and then you see like female elf behind the counter, sort of like overseeing the entire group and helping with the mail and that sort of thing. And you see like these little metallic flying bugs just kind of like whizzing back and forth in the background, just kind of like through little tubes that they have set up through the entire area of the office building. And in addition to that, you see a bunch of like maybe like a human, I guess you could call like intern, but he's got like his hands are waving and all the mail is just kind of like swirling around and like being transported through like portals. He's like doing hand motions through portals, sending mail through all of those in the background as well. So yeah.
So I would go to the counter and say something like, "Hello, sir.
Hello. How may I help you?
Yes. I've been asking the people around, and since I am recently arrived in the city, I heard that you are pretty adept in the messenger job.
Yes,
courier.
this is the post office. I suppose we would be decent at couriers. And it gives you like this puzzled look.
Yes, I would say that. I'm here by the how do I put it? I'm here by the sending of the King of Fadnel. I'm here to deliver a certain message to the private business, but I'm in a hurry, so I would need you to send some messengers to the place. I hear that you are in the ability to do them in the real fast way.
Yes, we have priority mail that we can do for you. May I have a full name, please?
I am the Uther Periwinkle.
Arthur Periwinkle. Okay, so I'm gonna give him that. So what was the forgery for?
To give the document as the really
The
really
legible
big
document.
necessity to be
Yeah.
of the king.
Okay,
So it
that's
has to be really fast.
Yeah. So he's just like, never heard of you, but very well. So he like takes out what looks to be like some sort of like arcanic sort of like rune based disc, and he flares his hands at it and immediately comes up with what looks to be some floating runes, and he starts typing in something, and to you it looks common, and he's typing in your name right now.
Sir, may I ask you, what exactly is that thing?
This is the arcane typewriter that I use to enter in the information that you want on the letter.
May I ask, where did you find these items?
I believe they call it Staples. Yes, it's a hardware store that sells office supplies.
Wow.
And if I may ask, how much would the one cost? Of course, providing that I would be able to use it on the regular basis without assistance of professionals.
Well, it comes with a manual typically, but they are sold in bulk. So if you do an order of 100, it would probably cost you 20,000 gold.
Okay, so you would say how much of them?
A quantity of 100 would typically cost you 20,000 gold.
All right, and so they would be for single use, or they can be used many times?
They can be used as many times as you have the charge. Is this relevant to your query, sir? I thought you were in a hurry.
Well, yes, I am, but you see, the nature of my business is kind of private, so I will need to ask you about them because I am a traveler and I would need them more frequently, but I might not be able to come to your store. So I was looking
Believe
to
me,
buy some
there
of
are
them.
plenty of staple warehouses all over the area. You would have no problem finding.
All right, sir. May you write me the place where I look for them?
Very well. Where are you sending it to?
I'm sending it to NyQuil in the Admiral. This current message I am.
NyQuil, okay,
Address
very
it
well.
address it to the Arthur named Artie Periwinkle.
You're addressing it to yourself?
No, that's my son. I'm Uther Periwinkle.
Oh,
my
Uta.
God, you
Sorry,
heard that.
my mistake. So he goes ahead and types in all the information you gave him. He types in the mail that you want to send, and he goes to you and it's like, okay, very well. So there are two options for mail. If you're going expedited, we have something, a bit of an experimental prototype that we are doing. We call it email, or for the long form, it's ethereal mail. You see that gentleman back there, and he points to the young sort of like intern that is sending mail through like these portals. Is like, that is what we call ethereal mail. He opens up a portal to the area, and we send it to our local postman to have it sent to the individual you wish. It's a little more expensive, but it gets there pretty much instantaneously.
Interesting. Do you by any chance know who
That
designed
sounds like a really boring job.
this method?
How to use this method? I'm sorry, you have to be trained in.
No, not that, but the guy who designed the technology to use this.
Oh, that would be the lady behind us here. And he points to the Elvish woman that seems to be overseeing the entire company right now.
All right. So what did you say about the emails, as you call it, and the other type? May you please describe it to me?
So the ethereal mail, written letter is 200, which is the base price, 200 gold. and then it's 5 gold per word. You have the option of 2 things. Written, like I said, is 200 gold, and voice is 500 gold pieces plus 500 gold per word that you have in the voice. So essentially, it is still mail, but when they open it up, it speaks to you. It speaks to them in your voice. You would speak into this little contraption right here, and he points to like this long, slender tube. You stick
What
your
is it
face in
called?
that and
I
talk
would
into.
call it a howler.
We call it. We don't really have a name for it, really. But when we buy it from Staple.
Did you call it a voicemail?
That's actually a very good idea. I'm going to write that down and send it to my supervisor.
She has to copyright it.
I don't think copyright exists here.
Alright, so sir, how
Put in a
much would
good word
this...
for me.
I'm currently
She should get
really
free mail for
interested
life.
No free stamps.
Yeah.
So like I said, the written one is 200 gold, and then the voice is 500. So it depends on what you want to spend.
Jesus.
In total or by word?
So written, it'd be 200 gold plus. We're gonna say with the letter that you're sending, let's just do a flat cost of 50. That's ethereal mail. There is a second cheaper option, but that's the standard mail that they offer.
So the voice Ethereum would cost...
Okay, just leave it.
So ethereal
did you say?
mail would cost you around, and if you do the written letter, that's the cheaper of the two.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't hear it. It broke part. Voice.
450.
For the voicemail.
Yes. Oh no, for written.
My birthday card.
Oh. Alright, sir, I would send the written mail
That's my ice
to
cream.
my
Yeah.
nephew. And what else did I want to say? Oh yes, be sure to... do you have the post in the NyQuil or any area nearby?
Of course, we have posts in all the major cities.
Makes me wonder why nobody responded when the siege was on. Anyways, never mind.
Probably killed the
popular
last
enough.
postman, to be honest with you.
Alright, I would pay for them.
Poor Jerry. And he just kind of like crosses himself.
Sounds like a very
Aw,
boring
were you-
movie. The Last Postman.
And
The greatest postman.
The greatest postman of all time.
so
I mean,
give
it sounds more
him
like a
the
setup
money.
for a comedy, to be honest.
How much did you say?
He said
Sure.
450 gold is good.
Alright, that leaves me 100 gold.
Yeah. So,
Okay.
Meanwhile, there's
Oh.
waste and yes, are possible.
And by the way, your reputation seems to precede you, sir. And he kind of like leans across the table and looks at you, Morgak. I believe I have something for you. Well, it
It's a
says for
restraining
your
order.
party at least. Let me.
I wouldn't be surprised.
And he just kind of looks through the mail and he just like whispers something under his breath, and immediately a piece of mail shoots to his hand. And he's like, "Ah, here it is." And he just kind of like hands it to you.
Gonna take it.
Okay.
Is it like
And-
an envelope or something?
It's an envelope, and it looks like the seal that's used is a claw mark. And you recognize this claw mark. It's the symbol of your clan that you were a part of, or your party that you were kicked out of.
Oh joy.
Yeah.
I am going to stash that for now and read it later.
Okay.
Oh, I was going to say, go F.
And after that, I would approach the engineer lady.
The Elvish lady?
Yeah.
Okay. He's like, "Is there something I can help you with?"
I've heard that you are the inventor of this new technique of messaging.
Yes, email. It is a fine addition to our company. It has made us much more money.
Haha. So it's extraterrestrial mail or extra dimensional?
Ethereal.
Ethereal mail
Ethereal.
or email, as they
Oh.
call it for short.
Well, yes, I can see. I have a few questions, if you don't mind, to ask you about the extraplanar sendings and such.
Perhaps we can do this another time. We are closing right.
Alright, I'll send you mail or anything in the near time. I'm looking for skilled people, and as I can see, you are as such. So I will contact you in the meantime.
I don't think that's necessary. We don't normally associate with third parties.
Well, I
What
would
they're
agree,
trying
but
to be is a postal system, and a postal system is neutral ground for every.
Is that you saying it in character?
Yes.
Well, I believe you can find your way out. And she just kind of like turns and walks away.
well, whatever. And walk it out.
Oh, okay.
I will murder that bitch.
Yeah, she's a bit pompous.
How is a gnome saying that neutral ground is important? Kick out worthy.
You want to roll for insight to see why she would have said that? Oh wait, you can't roll. I forgot. Well, anyone can
Hold
roll.
on. Wait, hold on. I'm actually home now. I'm eating ice cream.
Okay.
I'll roll.
Yeah.
Priorities.
Anyone can roll for insight, even Morgak, who got a
Oh
20.
yeah. Watch this natural one
Okay.
happen.
4.
Ready?
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh shit!
Whoa!
Orcanorc!
Is it a crit?
this is an odd day.
You got a 19. It's rigged. Hey,
Prove it.
maybe you should let him start rolling for your bank now, David.
Perhaps.
Perhaps.
Do we have a bard in our party? We need to start like a story and like string it through all these inns and taverns.
Well, we did
we
have
do.
a bard, but unfortunately he's from Australia and can
Oh,
only
that's
do
right.
weekends.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah, Magnus.
Damn.
Disappointed. But yeah, okay. So Morgak, you definitely can tell. Yeah, you can definitely tell that the reason why the woman wasn't so forthcoming is because of you and your presence. These elves don't seem to take kindly to your kind here.
All right.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Also explains the natural 19 insight.
Yep. She's a racist bitch.
Yeah.
So, just because of a orc.
My people don't have good standings with elves, dwarves, humans, gnomes. He just starts listing off races. Couple of tieflings.
Yeah.
One asshole from the sea. Fuck that guy.
Yeah.
Well, there's one tiefling who I am certain is absolutely positively infatuated with you.
Yeah, her sister. She really wants to get her some of that greenness. She's all about I don't know, diversifying her repertoire when it comes to lovers.
Oh god.
I could tell.
That's putting it lightly. Okay.
Yes.
So you
It's
guys are
very
now
light.
outside. It is now dusk, and all the shops have seemed to have been closed for now. So I like that
I
poem.
And I just changed batteries today.
I have cooler poems that I will send in a few.
Oh shit.
Okay.
I'll be right back. Real
Okay.
quick.
You have read it, Richard.
Who's
So do we
Richard?
want to hit up an inn and then go after that creature bug thing tomorrow?
You're the one who read it, Mr. Pants. It was in her backstory letter.
Oh,
thing.
right. Yeah. I got that. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, you guys
You know how
can.
long it took me to write that?
No.
I was trying to figure out the rhyming pattern and everything. It sucked.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just trying to get rhyming to work.
I don't bother. I do imperfect rhymes because
It comes naturally.
Pretty much. All right. So we'll say you guys head to the local inn to try and get some shut-eye. So now it is...
Well, Morgak and I
Not the
might
time.
go looking for the
I want to
queen.
look for a nightclub.
We could go bug hunting.
Yes,
Yeah.
a barge nightclub.
Split the party.
Club run by bars. No, come with me.
Ooh,
I want
take adventure
bouncers.
again.
I would go.
One half of the party goes to a nightclub, the other one goes fights a freaking queen bug thingamabobber.
Yeah, that's a great idea. I like this.
Especially the two people that don't have proficiency in perception.
Yep.
The last time we only had a party, both of your tanks died. Or almost
Yeah, I'm not gonna let that happen this time.
This time I will actually use rage.
died. Yeah. Don't want to take it too easy on them.
I could use rage too.
It was feeling nice.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it would have ended too quickly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't have a level of bard, otherwise I would have helped you.
that's fair. But yeah, so you guys want to head
That's
to the
the poem.
local club then? I'm thinking. Yes. Okay.
Mhm.
So you asked the local innkeeper if there is some sort of like club that you guys can go to, and he says yes. It just so happens there is one a few doors down from the inn itself that serves alcohol and plenty of dancing and singing. So you guys head down there, and unfortunately, I have not prepared a club, but I can definitely ad-lib this by doing this here. So,
I've recently been playing Starfinder. I'm in so like a techno mindset.
This should be run by like dark elves or something.
I wonder,
Rouse.
Is this-
Yes.
is this not? Oh, it's not working right now. What the
He's
heck?
AFK.
No, these are run by Eladrin actually. So their eyes are like completely. Yeah.
I need to invite this back. That's weird. I never had to do this before. How are you AFK, sir? We need you.
What?
Oh no, I'm just talking to the stupid bot that we have. How the
How
heck?
can a bot go
Maybe it's maintenance. We have the other one, the Fred boat.
Oh, I don't
Are you
have
gonna
Fred
play
bots.
Dungeon Sandstorm?
That's okay. I can do it this way then. Just stop that. Easy fix. Easy fix.
Fred boat?
Fred bot is unfortunately not available. But
Fredbot's
considering
unavailable
that
right
thing's, we're just gonna do this.
Oh, whoa. Damn. The beats are fresh.
Not bad.
fresh?
I'll turn it down. There we go.
I mean, I don't think I'm there, but I kind of
Um,
want to roll acrobatics.
Yeah, so David, you immediately get moving on the dance floor and make a complete ass of yourself. You now dislocated your shoulder trying to do a head spin on the ground.
Wait, it's athletics to dance? I'm so
Yeah.
tempted, but it's out of character so much. I've already been diplomatic. I'm not going to try dancing.
Cries on the inside like a man does.
Well, you know they say like when you're training how to dance, if you know how to fight, they say it's pretty similar.
Okay. So, yeah, Armithus, you managed to go on the dance floor and completely show up Havsham. You start gyrating to the music and everyone start getting into it. The couple of dwarves have kind of like approached you and start dancing around you, throwing their arms up in the air, swinging their ale back and forth.
I swing my ale back and forth.
Swing my ale back. Yeah, David, you try to recover from your dislocated shoulder, but now you're just kind of like lightly pumping your other arm in the air, going, yeah, woo! And your other arm's just kind of like hanging limply to the side. You get one of the patrons to assist you in popping it back in.
Thank you, kind sir.
You scream out a muffled scream a little bit. You're like,
Wait,
but you're better now.
feel so bad for him.
For screaming. For screaming.
You constitute. It's really sore right now. You're not sure how much damage you're doing, but you didn't take any permanent damage. Armadus, yeah, you're dancing around the dwarves and you're having a really fun time, and yeah, it's getting you some gold thrown at you now too. At this point, they don't want you to stop, so we're gonna say you got like 5 gold pieces from your dancing.
Oh, is the bard there?
Oh, the bard is playing the music right now. He's got an electrical lute or something.
Oh.
Wow.
What would you have to roll for musical taste?
I guess like insight?
Is my sister there? Never mind. She obviously would be.
Yeah, of course.
That was the one time I wanted to roll low, so Morgak would just be like, "I hate this."
What did the genre of 72?
So Morgak, you're actually tapping your foot involuntarily at this point, and you don't know why.
Oops.
And Zeratus, you're liking this. You're liking this music too, and you're very interested in learning what this bard is doing because, as he's playing his lute, he's got his hand up in the air and he's casting prestidigitation to have a bunch of like shining lights go throughout the room.
Good God.
David, you have completely this music has kind of like lost its taste for you right now, and you just wish it was some country at the moment.
Yeah, I would just limp out the door like I'm not young as I used to be.
It's just you're too embarrassed at this point.
I'm going to sleep, guys.
Would the bard challenge me, or should I challenge the bard?
You can do either or. We can do. Oh, what is this? Panic at the Disco.
Like actual panic?
Yeah, I think so. Hold on. Because I put in disco music and I was like, wait a second, is it literally playing an actual song with words? That never happens.
Is it?
Let me check. Oops. Still not used to this stupid thing here. I'm gonna add. First, I gotta add it to the thing, and I'm gonna add another one just for funsies. But yeah, so Death of a Bachelor. I'm not even sure what it sound like, but this should be interesting. Anyway, so yeah, you want to challenge the bard to a dance-off?
Hell yeah.
Okay. Oh, that interesting.
Yeah, it's definitely more slow.
Yeah. Okay. So roll for performance and see how you do. Okay, so 26.
Jeez.
We're gonna see how he does. Oh man.
Well,
you're just mopping the floor with this guy. As soon as he completely loses motor functions because he's just so enamored with you at this point, he's just standing there flabbergasted as you just like start dancing seductively around him.
What race was this guy again?
He is human.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, were you playing on a shipping war?
I'm just gonna whisper to Morgak, human garbage. His dance moves. Clearly.
Yeah, he's doing the you guys heard of the lawnmower?
Yes.
He's doing that move right now. Just try to like play it up.
No, you could do better.
Yeah.
I clap my hand. Who wants to challenge me? Come on.
Hey Morgak, you want to challenge her?
I'll challenge her.
Okay.
Oh.
So it's performance.
I'm gonna drop my breastplate.
Okay.
So like underneath, it's like lizardman tribe-ish kind of like necklaces and stuff. And let's go.
Oh, I mean it's
No.
decent.
Oh well, you're both doing decent. She's dancing a little bit better than you.
Ugh. It's not bad for me.
So for you, David, the grog that you're buying, it's 2 copper pieces. It's written on the menu. The description is tastes like battery acid mixed with orc piss. Pairs well with a stab to the gut.
Wait a second. I have a cure for that.
You got to roll for Constitution.
Not yet. Wait a second.
Yeah.
Oh, please tell me we get a drunk warlock. Please tell me.
He already fired. A sober warlock fired Eldritch in the air.
Really?
It at least does not stink.
That's not horrible. So what did you cast exactly?
To make it smell a little less horrible.
Okay. So now it smells like a bit of like a, I guess you could say like a tea aroma. It smells more herbal now.
Is it fairy fire is the one that like flavors something?
No. I don't know.
There's one that flavors stuff.
Yeah, that's Presto as well.
Is that Presto? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you can make it taste however you want.
And Constitution, you barely keep this stuff down. It's disgusting. Even with the smell blocked off.
I will continue with tears in my eyes. I'm that sad.
Okay. All right. So you guys want to continue the dance off or?
Yeah, sure. Round 2.
Round 2? Okay, round 2. I'll start popping.
Round 2?
Alright, so...
Someone's challenging me again?
It's me. Alright, so it's like, I think I'm getting the hang of this. And then I'll try it one more time.
Sure.
Okay.
Oh!
She still does it.
She beat me fair and square each time.
Yeah. She's still clearly the better dancer, and all the people in the bar are like cheering and clapping their hands.
I was doing like tribal moves that like probably no one's seen.
Zeratis, you get actually like a rose thrown at you, and in the corner there's this female lizard that's just kind of like eyeing you up and down a little.
I catch it in my my hungry jaws, and I wink.
No, I want you to roll dexterity for that. I want to see what happens.
A dex save?
Okay.
Yeah, dex save. Do a dex because you're trying to catch it in your teeth. Okay, we'll say you caught it. Yeah,
it's not bad.
And you perform it fairly well. And Lydia, you end up getting.
Showered.
That's awkward. Anyway, you end up getting another pieces from your performance.
Yo, she's cleaning up.
I his Sam. His Sam. Do you want to try again?
You hear this in the background right now.
Yeah. That's perfect.
And a glass of water with this. Okay, he hands you like. Really, they have.
Come on, you're a very charismatic guy. I'm pretty sure you can handle a couple of steps.
Maybe you could try.
I'm gonna go over to the lizard lady.
Okay.
Dear future wife.
All right.
Hey, Morgan, do you want to try?
Rex currently drinking.
Oh.
Okay. What are you currently drinking? On the menu, they have grog, whiskey, dwarven dark ale, and elvish wine.
Well, fuck those last two. And he's gonna just go for basic grog.
Grog?
Grew up on
Okay.
that shit.
This is like water to you. You can down it no problem.
You got anything stronger?
He looks up at you and is like, I got dwarvish dark ale. That's 25 gold a mug.
Yeah, it's not even worth it.
Yeah.
Can I hit on the woman?
Yeah, you can hit on the woman.
All right.
We're just gonna yell out to just anybody in the party. Really, just say, "This place is shit."
I'm gonna like hold up one finger to him as I walk over to the lady. I'm gonna be like, ugh.
Lean back to the bar real quick. When's the stabbing start?
Well, while Rissa's dancing, she'll flip him off.
All right. So I'm gonna lean down.
So Morgak, I guess you're joining the pity David has.
He's more leaning on the bar, waiting to leave.
All right. I'm gonna try to hit on this lady, and then we'll go.
Okay.
So I'll just look down. I'll toothy grin and be like, and I'll hand the rose back, and I'll be like, roses are red, violets are blue. It would be a shame if I couldn't take you. And I'll like throw persuasion.
Oh my god.
All right.
I just want to kiss her. That's all.
Oh.
I got shit to kill.
Well, she giggles actually and says you're kind of cute, and then she leans in and gives you a kiss.
Yes. All right, and then like to really turn her on, I'm like, I'd stay, but I gotta kill something, and then I'll like coolly walk away.
and you can kind of hear her coo a little bit at those words, murder and kill. She's like,
Yes.
And Morgak, just to satisfy your inner bloodlust, you notice that there is a bouncer that is having a problem with a couple of angry humanoid patrons in the corner, and they're starting to brawl.
Moriak's gonna approach.
I wonder what they're
what's the
fighting
fuss
over.
about?
Is it me?
It's possible. You could roll for about you. But yeah, you walk over and the bouncer's having a little issue with a couple of tieflings in the corner there. It looks like they drank a little too much and are starting to argue about something. It actually isn't about you. It's about something completely different. They're talking in Infernal.
I understand Infernal.
Yeah. So you kind of like pick up on the conversation. It's just about like some sort of thief has taken some sort of item from them and they're trying to get it back. You don't hear it too much over the music.
I have a theory.
Yeah. So Morgak, you go over there and do you want to like roll to intimidate to help the bouncer, or do you just want to punch one of them in the face? It's up to you. It's open world. You can do whatever you want.
What's the bouncer? What is he, a human elf?
The bouncer's like a human. He's like a pretty gruff-looking human. Yeah. He's just trying to get them to leave, but they're refusing to, and they're kind of like shoving him a bit.
Morgak's gonna approach. He's gonna look down at them and say, "Hey, you want to start something?"
Won't be nothing. All right, roll for physical intimidation.
Okay.
Okay.
Or be nothing. I didn't know you were such a philosopher.
Mm-hmm. I heard it on the movie once.
Did he say beat down?
He could have.
Nothing. All I heard was be nothing.
If it's using strength instead, right?
Yeah, strength.
Yeah, 14.
All right, I'll get them to roll twice. Oh yeah, they look at you. They're like, "Shit, no." and the guy like taps the other guy on the shoulder and is like, says something in Infernal, and then they leave.
Damn, I was wanting to fight.
And then the bouncer comes up to you and say, "Thanks for that, bud. You know, we could use someone like you here for sure. You ever thought about working?"
Any blood in it?
Oh, every night, son. Every night.
Actual killing?
Well, normally we want repeat customers, so we try to avoid killing them.
I'm out.
It's like, all right.
No. The most painful thing in the world is existence. Therefore, if you beat them to a pulp and then send them out, they have to live with the pain.
You ever crushed somebody's skulls with your bare hands?
Whatever happens outside the pub should be fine as long as guards don't see it.
It's legal until the cops show up.
Legal if you are the cops. No.
No, depends. So you guys done partying it up for the
Very
night?
corrupted place, so it won't work.
Yeah, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
If everyone else is going to be such a party pooper.
You're welcome to stay. Morgak's just
You can
bored.
stay. Yeah, everyone else can leave, but you could stay, and I can tell you what happens in the morning. Completely fine.
Morgak's
That's
staying
out from the
as legal
poor
guardian.
You know what? I'll
in case she
stay
gets too drunk.
because
Okay.
I'm having so much fun. I'm the best dancer here. No one can stop me. It might have something to do with me actually growing up as a performer. Ha!
Go figure.
That's us out from the grog.
You're gonna keep drinking your grog, David?
Yes.
All right.
Like that.
All right. So, as you drink your grog there, a woman approaches you. It looks to be an
I'm back.
elf,
What I missed?
actually. Not much. They're just deciding to like maybe head out now, but
Oh, they haven't left the club.
they haven't left the club yet.
Okay.
Morgak's
What did Morgak
upset
do?
'cause he couldn't start a fight.
Morgak was looking for a fight, but the guys left because when they saw him, they were too intimidated to start anything.
Lame.
And chickened out.
Yeah. So, David, the female elf approaches you, and she kind of like sits across from you and eyes you up and down and is like, "Hey, why so glum?"
Do you know how this shit tastes?
And she grabs it from your hand and takes a quick swig and is like, "Tastes like shit." And she pushes it back to you.
I would say I know and continue drinking, staring at blank.
You know, I have a way to cheer you up if you want.
Shouts across the dance floor. He sucks at it!
Wasn't I in the bar in the place, in the inn, not in the club?
What's that?
Well, I exited the club and went back to the inn.
Oh, you've already left the club?
Yeah, I limped.
Oh, okay.
You
Yeah,
know,
because
like-
she's talking to you right now, and she wants to know if you wanted to hang out.
Well, I would still look blankly in the, like nothing in particular.
Nothing in particular? Okay.
Yeah, empty stare.
So she leans into you and says, "Are you sure you don't want to have a little fun right now? You look like you could use some cheering up."
Can you give me 5,000 golds?
If it's money you're looking for, I could find you a nice job.
I would start laughing really loud. Like, ah!
Trust me, I know people. And she kind of like opens up this coin purse that she has in the side, and you see like the biggest diamond you've ever freaking seen. It's like, there's more where this came from.
I would drop the mug and push it aside and say, "Okay, you have your time to speak."
Tell you what, you come with me, and I'll introduce you to one of my associates.
And how may I know that you will not mug me? As you might have the person that held that diamond.
Oh, hon, I'm not going to do anything to you. There's nothing you can do that I won't do to you. You can roll for insight to see if she's lying or not.
I noticed this.
But should it be in disadvantage because of grog?
Yep, you're drunk.
What did you say, insight?
Insight, yep. Okay, so that's an 8. Nope. She's on the up and up, from what you can tell.
Lead the way, lady.
All right, so she grabs your hand and starts leading you around the inn to the alley. Morgak, you are still at the club as far as I know, or did you already leave?
Nah, he was playing babysitter.
This is gonna be good.
So she leads you into the alleyway, and you notice that there's another 2 individuals in the alleyway. One of them is another Elvish person. It's a man, and standing next to him is what looks to be a cat, actually. So they she introduces you to their party, and she says, "This is Gerald." She points to the Elvish gentleman. "He's my boyfriend, and this is Mr. Whiskers." And he's like, "Sup?"
Hello there.
Wait, Smexy, did I notice them leave?
No, you don't know them.
No, did I notice them leave?
Oh. You notice that David isn't around anymore.
I'll go look for him.
Okay. So they're just like, so the first thing we got to do is we might have to take something from somewhere. No one's going to get hurt, I promise. But we got to get it done tonight while he's asleep. And they point to Zasser Quibig's pet shop. And he said, "We heard he's got some interesting things in there that we could take a look at."
No.
Well, depends on the things you ask for.
Well, it just so happens we've got one of them right now. And she points to Mr. Whiskers, and he takes out in his bag the same collar that was given to you.
Oh shit.
We find these things are pretty useful, actually. We know exactly what they do. We just want more of them. We can make a pretty mint on these babies.
Then I would look blankly, like a drunk man would do.
Smexy,
No
you
reaction
sound
at
like
all.
Box Daryl.
What's that?
You sound like Box Daryl when you talk like that.
I have no idea who that is, but okay. So you just stare blankly at them and is like, "I don't think this guy's up for the job." She's like looking at you. He's like, "I think you're right." She takes the collar and throws it at you. Make a dex saving throw with disadvantage.
I'm really hoping I find him at this point.
I'm gonna re-roll my perception save more about that.
Okay, so
I would pull like
David?
a candle.
Basically what happens is you see this flash of red light and then just complete black. And Morgak, roll for perception. Zeratus, are you outside with him too?
My first perception roll was to see if Hirvshem left, and then the second one was to see if I saw Morgak leave.
Okay, yeah. We'll say that you did. So
I saw Morgak leave, so like it's gonna be literally one after the other.
Yeah.
I will dance all night.
So Zeratus and Morgak, you see this bright red flash come from a nearby alley.
Morgak goes to the alley.
Yeah, I follow.
Okay. And as you do that, you see this female elf pick up a collar, one of the collars that you recognize that was given to David, and they just like look at you three, or look at you two, and is like, "Oh, more guests. How's it going?"
I'm gonna need that collar.
I don't think you really do.
I think I do, as I walk angrily towards.
I wouldn't do that if I were you.
I wouldn't not do that if I were you.
I'll pull out
Morgak's cracking his knuckles at this point.
Yeah, I'm gonna pull out a
Shall I
long
roll
sword.
intimidation?
All right. So, Morgak, let me just look something up here real quick.
I have to look something up quick myself.
Stupid thing. Hold on.
If I have to save all your guys, sorry, but I am going to be so disappointed.
You know that's exactly what's gonna happen.
Most definitely. I remember I had to save his fam. I can never get your name right. I had to save David and another party member because it was literally almost nothing but casters. I had to save them.
Morgak, make a wisdom saving throw, please.
No, not wisdom.
Arcane Orc.
Fuck.
Arc.
I'm gonna. Okay, I've had this inspiration since the beginning. I'm gonna burn it.
All right.
Ah,
Okay. So you feel something cast over you, and you can no longer move.
No, I burned my inspiration to re-roll.
Yeah, that was the reroll. The 18?
Still?
Yeah, yep.
Oh, fuck.
So you saw the cat kind of like wave his hand at you, and it was like, you're stuck. You're frozen in place. It's like, you know what? I think we're done here. Don't try to follow us, or you're going to regret it. And immediately they just kind of like dash off down the alley.
Well, I'll chase after them.
Okay. So Zeratis, roll for athletics. Yeah. All right. We just gotta see how far these guys end.
Well, like, I'll assume, like, he's just gonna break out of it. Like, I don't know it's a magical effect, I guess.
Yeah, you're not sure. So I'll do the cat, because he's got short legs first. Okay, so he got 17. So you're keeping around the same pace. And then the other 3. I'm just gonna do, like...
Oh, shit, these guys.
One of the guys ends up tripping, but the woman is, like, way far ahead. But the other guy trips a bit.
That works for me. Alright, well, I'm gonna pounce on the guy who's tripped.
Okay. So, the guy who tripped... Let me just pull him up here. Okay. So... Alright, roll a Constitution saving throw.
Who, me?
Yeah, you.
Oh, shit. Ah.
Okay, so the individual throws what looks to be like some sort of circular object onto the ground, and in a puff of smoke, you immediately get a face full of it and start coughing and hacking, and you can't see through the smoke.
Great. Okay. Shit.
Yeah, you're gonna spend like a couple seconds trying to get rid of that, and when the smoke dissipates, they've disappeared.
Son of a bitch.
Can I at least like rock a little bit just to try to move?
Yeah, I would say like after about a minute or so, you can feel your muscles relaxing and you can start moving.
Okay, now I'm gonna give chase.
Okay.
Which at that point is pretty much useless, but still.
Yeah.
So you catch up to Zeratis and you manage to, you see him on the ground still kind of hacking.
They got away.
I don't know what that cat did, but it made me stop moving. I don't like it.
They have. Well, do we know that they have Herfsham, or we just know he's disappeared and they have his necklace?
Yeah, you know that he's disappeared, and you also know that they had the collar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got that collar thing, and unless that whatever guy wants that whatever thing alive, I don't see us capturing it.
Yeah. Oh shit! What do we do? Do we go get Arissa, or do we go in the direction we think they went?
If we're doing this, we have to include the entire party.
Yeah. Alright, let's go back and get everyone.
You mean just the one?
in just the one.
I'm setting this up for like more people being at the next session.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's go get Arissa.
I want to punch that crap in the face.
I want to punch something. I was all ready to go ham on that guy. I was gonna use the rage on him and everything.
Mm-hmm.
That's okay.
I'm with you, man. I was about to frenzy Berserker Rage. Just go ham.
Alright.
No.
Alright, so you guys make it back to Alyssa, and she is literally drowning in coin right now. Arissa, I'll say that you made another for the rest of the night. I don't know if she's still around, but we'll add that in. So she's dancing still, and the crowd seems to be dissipating now because the bar is starting to close. And she like hops down from the table and is like, "Sup, guys?
We
Hirsch
lost the
Hello
cover,
there.
and we don't know where Hirschjam is.
Oh, you lost him? Really?
He was drunk. What do you expect?
He was
It's his fault
drunk.
for
It's
getting
not
drunk
like
off
he'd
that
get
fence.
far. It's like maybe 5 feet. You'd throw up in the corner. You'd find him.
You want to go look?
I guess. I mean, I am tired, but I suppose if we have to.
Smexy.
Mhm.
In your world, are they cat folk or are they tabaxi?
Tabaxi.
Okay. There was a little.
Doesn't know any better. They're cat folk.
Yeah.
Cats.
So yeah, I'll say Morgak has to kill this tabaxi, and I kind of want to kill this elfin guy.
Oh, I think she's back.
No.
Hey,
Oh, so David ended up getting captured by a group of 2 elves and a tabaxi.
are they?
Yeah. So now the party is going to try and find where they went.
Yeah.
Do they come back and get me, or is it? Hey, I'm having such a good time. That's no bother.
The bar is now closing, and you've made another from the night.
Yay!
I don't know, but for me, you keep cutting out when you say the coin amounts.
I know.
Amounts.
I heard 1,000. Did you guys hear 1,000? I heard 1,000.
Sure.
100.
Platinum.
100.
Platinum.
Can't get anything past Nexy.
Nope. Yeah. 100,000 ruble. How's that?
Damn it. It's like $10.
Everybody knows inflation's hit that hard.
All right, well, we gotta go get him.
She's an Egyptologist, Shaggy. She studies the ancient
Yeah,
culture
that
and
might be a good
artifacts
idea.
of the old
I mean, I
Why are we
guess.
listening to a Shaggy thing?
Scooby-Doo, I'm
It was
sorry.
an accident.
I'm
There's an
sure it
accident.
was.
She solves mysteries about history.
She solves
I
mysteries.
can't skip this shit.
Okay.
All right, huh! Where do I go?
You have no idea, sir. They didn't really leave any discernible trail.
Shit.
Hey, watch this.
Shit.
Uh,
You don't
What?
know you're the Morgag. Sorry.
Did the amulet drop?
No. No, nothing dropped from you. Not from what they can tell.
So his whole person was sucked into the.
Yeah, out of character, yeah.
Yeah.
He was sucked into the cult.
So he didn't drop anything except for like the necklace itself.
Well, like I said, not that you can tell because you guys are rolling.
Right.
Didn't drop.
We need that. She has a +4.
So there you go. And she's got dark vision. Yay! Well, all 3 you do, but you guys
He's a
can't.
ranger.
Yeah. Okay, that was unfortunately a fail on investigation.
Do we all have inspiration?
No.
I burned mine trying not to be frozen, and then I was frozen anyway.
Yeah.
Well, I reason why I asked is that way so I could take that crit, because that crit looked good.
Yeah, you did. Unfortunately, critical fail, and then you you crit on the other side. I gotta take the first one, and yeah, you guys have no idea where these people have gone.
Wait, so basically
Yeah.
I'm a Pokemon now.
You know what? I actually like that.
I choose which one I can be.
All in favor of holding all in favor of having David as a Pokemon, say aye. Aye.
Where are you going?
I said, all in favor of having David as a Pokemon, say aye.
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 I guess.
Yeah, there you go.
All right.
David's a Pokemon now.
So, do you want us to like roll again to keep looking? Because we're not going to give up just because we can't find anything.
I would say right now, it's really late. You can't really see anything left behind in the alleyway right now. It's the middle of the night, and you guys already tried to look, and it doesn't look like you're going to find anything. It might be best if you try and wait till morning and see if anything comes up.
Ugh, I don't like that, but you're right. Okay.
But we know we're looking for a tabaxi, an elf, and whatever else.
A cat
Yeah.
person.
Male and female elf and a tabaxi.
Yeah. How hard's it gonna be to find a couple of elves and a cat folk in a city of elves?
Yeah. Oh, hold on. Z. Z has a perception of +6.
Okay.
Oh.
Could I roll for her?
Yeah, sure. Try rolling for her
So
and see.
R1D20.
How much gold do we all have, like, separately?
How much what?
Oh,
How much
there you
gold
go.
do we have separately?
So the problem is Z can't speak.
Yeah.
But
So-
she can lead.
She hops onto the ground and starts sniffing around, and notices that Hivsham did drop something.
Oh, hold
Just a
on.
second. Did the animal die from alcohol poisoning?
No. So you see that he dropped his amulet.
Oh.
Around.
Can you
Sorry.
stop the rhythm thingy? We don't want to get copyrighted.
But just mute it.
That looks like some sort of
No, seriously, let's not. If we're uploading this onto YouTube, we will seriously face some punishment.
Oh, I'm saying you can mute it on your end.
This place is deserted, right,
Oh.
guys? Guys?
Yeah.
How is this thing still going though? I thought I played a song that would override it.
Come on.
Oh, you probably have to-
First, then food.
Oh, yeah, it's an hour and 15 minutes.
Can you stop that?
Oh, yeah, I can do this. I have it turned off right now because I need to talk. But typically, you just type in skip and then it skips the song.
Okay.
Yeah.
Still going.
I think you have to type it in then. Because I tried to and it didn't work. I don't know why. Give me privilege to do that, but...
Oh, you have to
Worst case
vote.
scenario,
you
People
have
have
to
to vote.
Oh,
What are we voting on?
I shouldn't have to do that, but whatever.
Oh, there we go.
There, now it worked for me. Okay,
There we go.
good. Because I have admin privileges.
Okay.
Ooh, advent
All right.
food.
So anyway, I forgot that Z has advantage when rolling on sight or smell, but
Mhm.
she rolled poorly for the.
That's fine. But yeah, she sniffs out and starts letting out a little yip, and you notice that there's a shiny amulet on the ground.
All right.
Might see green energy.
So does Z like pick it up and bring it back or?
She puts it in her mouth and like it back to you, drops it at your feet. Yeah.
All right, I'll pick it up.
Sorry.
So that amulet that you have there, as it is something that Hivsham wears around his neck all the time, so it is his.
Mm,
Probably tracked him from this in the morning.
yeah. Yeah. Let's get whatever sleep we can, I guess.
And I have a letter to read.
I think if we don't sleep, we get exhaustion.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Maybe we can live with exhaustion.
Yeah, I'll vote to take one point of exhaustion.
The only thing is, I'll probably end up taking 2, knowing Orgak's fighting style.
Yeah.
Yep.
All right. So what do you say, Arissa?
What am I voting on?
No sleep tonight
Sleep
and go
now
find
or no
Rivsham?
sleep?
I used up some spell slots.
So yeah, because you didn't know you'd be using. So you want to refresh some?
Yeah.
Okay. That's not a bad idea since she's our sorceress, right?
Yes, I am a sword.
Yeah.
That is a good idea to make sure she's well rested.
Mhm. She used invisibility one too many times today.
Yeah.
Well,
fair
also, dance the night away.
All right. So I'll say to Morgak, might be a good idea for our magic-y person to be at 100%.
Oh yeah. I forget magic drains a lot out of them, and she's so tiny.
True.
Right. So I'm gonna tell Z she did a good job, and then I just sleep outside. I'll just like go out of town or something, find a pond.
That's fine. Find a pond. Yeah,
Looks
you can
like we'll
sleep
find
by the
it.
docks. There's water.
Oh,
there.
that's right. I'll sleep in the water because that's one of my things.
Mhm.
You could always like sleep like a crocodile. Wait, is that exactly what you do?
I wrote somewhere here. Where is it? Shit, I had it somewhere. Yeah, something like that. I'll find it.
Well,
I'll find it.
cool.
Okay. So I'll just do a
Yeah,
quick
I'm
little
five
fast
level
forward here,
six.
unless you guys want to do anything else. But
No.
I would like to read the letter before going to sleep.
before bed, okay. So you open up the letter, and from the seal. Now let me just pull up my notes here.
Oh, it's my quirk. You sleep best while mostly submerged in water.
Oh, there you go. That's not bad. Shoot, where the heck did those
Took me a
go?
while to find it.
Bet you anything I put them in. I'll just ad lib this because I can't. Straight.
the letter.
But so Morgak opened up the letter.
Okay, I had a question for it.
So in the letter, it addresses you directly, Morgak, and it's written in Orcish, and it's written by your rival, actually, who has escaped into the mountains since his defeat at the siege of Nyquil. And he is describing in great detail the amount of evisceration that he is going to commit to you and your wife and child if he gets a hold of it.
Such a heartwarming letter.
And he has allied himself with Parashka, the Rakshasa, in order to bring about your end.
Wasn't he
and
dead?
Your group's end.
He was dead, right?
He was dead.
Damn it. Always burn the corpse from now on.
Well, you guys did, though.
Right.
I remember that.
Wait, we were waged
Okay,
war
so-
upon?
Yeah, remember the castle siege?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the war.
That was the siege. Yeah. Morgak's rival escaped to the mountains along with a small contingent of his war party to exact revenge on Morgak, and he has allied himself with the Rakshasa that you guys supposedly killed, but is
So
now apparently
basically-
very much alive.
So basically, if you kill a person in really bad way and destroy his corpse, you can still revive him, right?
Rakshasas are demons. You can't kill them on the mortal plane.
You gotta go to their home turf.
Oh, great.
Mhm.
Well, all we have to do is just ask Mr. Finnbjorn.
How can you read orc?
Call the guy. Dial up.
So
It's
he also that he sent a small assassin group to bring you to him, and anyone who helps you will be killed. So basically, he wants to capture you and torture you, and then by the assassins that he sent.
Write him back, I
No.
love you too.
Okay, wait. So you cut out a bit. So he's just sending a group to come kill us / torture us? That's it?
Yeah.
So the assassins are going to be sent to retrieve you specifically, Morgak, and kill anyone who helps you.
Morgak will gather the party that's remaining and relay. Hey, so you guys remember the siege?
No, I don't remember being a demon for a while. Why would I forget such a crazy and hateful event?
Yeah, so there were a bunch of orcs and they attacked a castle. There, I guess you just don't have a good memory.
Sarcasm. Good sir.
So I'm just learning all this for the first time in character.
You are correct, yes.
Anywho, you remember my rival? Apparently he escaped. And now he's angry, so he's gonna try to come kill us. He's sending a group after us. The dumb thing was, he decided to warn us. Dumbass. On the plus side, it means I get to actually kill him this time.
I'm in.
So I welcome the challenge. The only thing is he's involved my wife and kid.
We all we have to do is get in contact with one of the gods that we managed to save and send us to that realm, and that way so we can kill the thingy there. Wait, he had fire resistance, didn't he?
I'm
Dang
not
it.
too concerned about the rock, whatever.
But no, that thingy is really bad. That thingy was gonna like make portals and then like open them up inside the city, and then everybody would have died.
Fuck that, he's threatening me, my family.
Yeah.
He can do whatever he wants in some dumbass town.
Hey, there's an expression that I want you to know. It's called the two for the many.
Yeah,
Well,
my
one
family
step at a
outweighs some
time.
threatening village somewhere.
We're gonna
To
have
him, his family is the many.
we're gonna have to save Sham first.
Yeah, you might have to.
I'm fine with that, but I'm saying if this takes too long, I'm leaving.
Fair enough. We won't make it take long.
Okay, so I'm gonna start wrapping up here, guys. But for David, I'm gonna give you a little insight of where you are. You've been so patient.
In Pokeball.
Yeah. So you wake up.
Squirrels.
You wake up in a jail cell with the collar attached to your neck right now, firmly attached to your neck. You're being guarded currently by a lizard, and you can hear cheering and screaming coming from outside. And as you peek around, it looks like you have there are multiple cells with multiple individuals with the same colors that you are wearing. And it sounds like you might be in some sort of coliseum with the amount of cheering that's going on, and you hear like sounds of magic being cast and see like lightning bolts being fired and hear like clashes of shields and swords outside right now.
Okay, so I would spit and yell at the guard. Can I please get something to wash this goddamn grog from my mouth?
So as you say that, it turns around, gives you a little toothy grin, and takes off its belt and starts pissing in your cage.
A simple no would be good.
And then it puts its belt back on and turns around and stands there.
I would still be like confused from
That was
the
eventful.
hangover, so I would just return back to sleep.
Okay. And that's where we'll leave it for now.
Okay. Cool.
Yay, cliffhangers!
We have 2 quests, and looks like a lot of combat coming up.
Mm-hmm.
Oops. I finally get to kill my rival. Morgag's excited for that part.
Yep.
It's the
The only
whole...
rival that I have is anyone who challenges me on the dance floor.
I've given him a name. I swear to God, I've given him a name, but I just can't find it right now. So I'm just like, I gotta look through my notes because they're all over the place. But yes, you'll soon figure out more backstory about him later. But yeah.
After years of not knowing, I will finally know who my rival is. He's just been that guy and you over there.
That guy and him and the dude. Yeah.
You guys,
Asshole
I'm
over
pretty
there in the
sure.
mountains, you know him.
Yeah.
And then next season, after he's defeated, we'll bring him back as an antagonist for the good guys.
Is the bad guy the Muffin Man? Like the big bad honcho, the Muffin Man?
No, the Muffin Man is not the bad guy.
Oh.
Trust me, you guys don't know who the real bad guy is right now. I know who he is. I have him in my head. I haven't given him a backstory yet, but I'm working on it.
It's Sam. It's
Maybe
David.
we do, but he's hidden.
It's David.
He's hidden in the
Morgag's
background.
Entire time.
I won't deny anything.
Yeah.
Been helping us destroy the world.
Wouldn't that be like awesome though? Like have like a party of like actual players, and turns out the villain is one of the PCs. Oh my god, that would be amazing.
I read the story about that. I'll find it up on the Reddit.
Yeah,
I'll send it to you.
that is such a good idea. Like you always think it's
Yeah.
like an NPC that all of your, but turns
Wait a
out in the
second,
end
I'll
it's like
find
a
it now.
D, like a
Guys,
player character.
Excuse me.
How? Oh, I'm going to wind up turning my character into Star-Lord.
Don't spoil.
Star-Lord, yeah, Star-Lord's a bit of a bard, I guess.
I'm a bit of a bard. He literally said the entire galaxy by having a dance off.
Yeah.
What has my character been doing this entire campaign other than tying shoelaces together and drawing smiley faces?
Yeah. I'm not entirely sure how well it'll go with the big baddie, but hey, give it a shot. You might at least be a distraction, because that's pretty much what he was doing anyway.
Alright guys, I do have to go.
Bye.
But it was super fun.
Thanks
Have a
for
good one.
joining.
Alright, peace out folks.
See ya.
Alright. And Zom, thanks for that change. Alright, if anyone wants to watch that whole session, it should be in my videos as the last one. Alright. I'll be on later. Peace.